Not working?
YOLO.
Oh, there you go.
Okay, what the hell did sign do? That is still not a fucking answer.
Well, we'll just have to wait for him to get here, won't we?
Oh god.
Oh fuck.
Oh, are we waiting to ambush Sign in the alley?
Oh, Sign is absolutely getting shanked in the alley.
Oh boy.
You're about to get
So,
stabbed by
I had to
the local
give-
Walmart.
Review because it made me play as a British person, which honestly is completely disrespectful to my culture.
It's also tragic that they can do such a thing in 2023. Like, come the fuck on.
Come on, there's no
It's the year
British
of our
people
Lord.
in 2023. This is such a fantasy race. I'm completely
Exactly.
taken out of the immersion.
Okay, no, sorry, I'm not seeing any reviews from friends.
Yeah, it's making a joke.
Would be funny if you actually fucking did it.
Well, why would I ever put my name out there?
You have a fucking stream.
There is a massive difference.
Though 93% positive. 86,869 reviews.
Yeah.
At 93% positive.
Yeah.
Get fucked.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, like, look, it's not a bad game. It really isn't. It's not a bad game. There's a little fiddly bits here and there that I wish were a little bit better. There is some questionable characterization and questionable choices of characters, but
Corona.
No, I don't. No, look. In literally
that entire character.
No, literally every other version of Sirona is female. It is only the American version.
German, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Germans went far fucking.
English and German.
Yeah, but it's the Germans. They're not real. They don't count. They lost two world wars. They don't get to count as a country anymore.
They lost two world wars that they helped start.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So anyway, as I was saying, yeah, literally every other language has them as female. So. Also, it was very funny that the mod that corrected the bug of Sirona having a male voice in English was banned for transphobia, which is weird, as I was saying, because that's saying that trans women aren't women.
That's about right.
Yeah.
I can and will use. Yeah, if going always boy sign or intention.
That sounds like Tension's problem, not ours.
Yeah, if Tension wanted in here, he would contribute something useful to the stream. Looks like he doesn't do that though, so that's rough.
Skill issue.
Yeah, skill issue.
Skill issue.
Oh, I could just. Oh yeah, I could just.
Oh shit, we're streaming.
He's currently in.
Yeah, we're streaming.
I'm gonna do that.
You're gonna who the what now?
I can disconnect people in voice channels even if I'm not in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's just been yeeted.
But yeah, no. If Sign doesn't show up, if Sign doesn't show up, then we don't do FNAF.
Okay, excellent.
Oh god, that's
Instead, we do Friday Night Funkin'.
Oh god, Sneaky's just that's why Friday Night Funkin'? No, god, is this because someone said
extra vindictive today?
Great. So we have a FNAF proximity mine set to an IFF tag specifically for sign.
Yes.
Yep.
And now we're sitting in front of the active claymore. Thank
Yes.
God that it doesn't go off.
Uh-huh.
Friendly fire
But
inbound.
we all know what's going on.
Danger close.
Sneaky believes in friendly fire, unfortunately.
Friendly fire is in fact friendly.
It is not.
And with Sneaky it is. He just wants to share bullets with you.
Yeah, I just
Violently.
want to refill your ammo counter, bro.
It's a
I
friendly
request
lead
you
on
and your Ratling guns go refill the ammo count of the other Ratlings.
God, I
okay.
fucking love that. 5,000 rats versus 2,000 humans. End casualties. 4,000 rats dead. Humans defeated. Casualty kills on each side. 3,000 kills on the rats. On the rats.
Yeah,
1,000 kills on the humans.
average rat.
Listen, my
What I
personal
understand
favorite.
of them, that's still a win.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, listen, my personal favorite is I bring 18 Hellstorm rocket batteries, a wizard, and another wizard. He brings what?
Done.
6,000 rats? 7,000
Yes.
rats?
Yeah.
I leave with 15 casualties. He leaves with 3,000 casualties. He has technically won.
This is a victory. I'm sorry, you have how many reinforcements? 8,000 rats incoming.
Gout! Gout!
Oh wow, there's 41 stories? What?
Should I drag
That's-
C8 in here?
More than I expected, I'll be
Oh
frank.
yeah, sure, yeah, pull
Let-
him in.
Oh, wait, yeah, bring C8 in. Let me fix
Yeah.
the tension problem again.
We do a little
no
trolling.
responsibility for this.
Tension keeps trying to cross the border and we're not letting him. We're keeping this border secured.
We got a trebuchet landmine ready to knock him back.
We
He's
got a
trying again.
trebuchet land.
Oh,
Wait, so
the-
is a trebuchet landmine a trebuchet that's been buried underground?
Yes.
Or is
No,
that a
no,
trebuchet
Sneaky.
that fires
It
landmines
throws-
at people?
It throws landmines, yes.
No, it's sneaky. I put the claymore in the trebuchet, and then I launched the claymore.
So we armed all the mines, and then we put them inside the trebuchet canister to be shot at them. I'm sorry,
Yes.
why?
Okay,
Cluster munitions.
now, if we have
It was
a long
cheaper
enough
than a
cable,
P-52.
The
And
most
patient.
violent remining.
There
we
are no
can-
Geneva
we can
Conventions
turn
in
the
medieval
trebuchet-
warfare.
yeah, we
Yeah.
can turn the trebuchet into a mine as well if we just set like
Yeah.
sensor mile back, give or take. So it can be a mined landmine
Oh,
trebuchet.
oh
Someone
my!
stepped on a mine.
I gotta tell.
Death from
I have
above
to tell
comes.
Faceless this now. I have to tell Faceless this now, and he has to add it to one of the games, to one of the D&D
Excellent.
games. Of
You're
just
welcome.
you hit a tripwire and nothing happens for like a good solid 10-15 turns, and then a fucking rock the size of 4 squares comes out of nowhere, and you have to roll agility to dodge.
Hell no.
Listen, I want to listen.
That
You
would-
could totally do that because you can pre-range the catapult, and
Roll
then
perception.
Yeah.
You'll hear a
Oh,
faint whistling
yeah.
noise.
Yep, at turn
Uh-oh.
8. At turn 8, roll perception.
at turn 8, that rock is coming down.
Oh, sorry.
No, turn 8's when you hear the
someone
whistling.
hears-
Turn
yes,
9 or 10 is when it
someone
lands.
Just a fucking
Well, no, I mean,
rock.
No, oh no. Well, I mean, okay, that would really depend on how far away the trebuchet is, because as we all know, just how far and how fast a trebuchet can send an 80-kilogram projectile, and a round in D&D is 6 seconds.
That is true. That's true.
Thus, we can correctly determine how many rounds. Well, all you have to do is some math, and you can determine the number of rounds you want before the trebuchet shot reaches those poor fuckers.
Sorry,
80 kilogram,
the idea of this
payload
tripwire
is very
trebuchet we've
real.
just created is so amusing. I need to use that for something.
Just fucking.
I mean, like,
Also,
my initial idea was like a tripwire trap,
that
but
launches
instead
you.
of like, yeah, it just grabs your leg and just fucking yeets you into orbit.
Yeah, so
Oh,
it's like a
ah,
rabbit snare.
those are snares.
Yeah, like a snare trap, except
Yeah, but
attached
it's
to a
attached
trebuchet.
to a trebuchet instead, so it just
Yeah,
fucking
so, like-
flings
No,
you.
no. Here's what you do: you make it look like a rabbit snare when it is in fact secretly a trebuchet. So someone goes, "Ah, the stupid goblins made a rabbit snare." Don't worry, everybody. This is perfectly non-lethal. Deliberately steps in trap.
No,
Team Rocket noise.
the fucking
no.
funniest shit ever would
Please, sir.
absolutely be the trebuchet going off, and then instead of it releasing you, it just keeps going, so physics just slams you into the fucking ground.
Hell
Okay,
yeah.
fine.
It,
What
it's
the
been so
fuck
long
did you
since it
do?
was armed, the release mechanism no longer works.
Also, someone mentioned a 80-kilogram payload. The 80-kilogram payload is actually a very angry dwarf artificer. He's going to rain death above you. He's using the trebuchet as transportation.
See,
Yeah,
we had a 3.5 campaign potentially, in where Max didn't really know how to play or what to do, and so I told him he needs to play as a Grox
Oh, you
commoner.
fucking asshole! This thing.
Oh yeah,
I
that
told
thing.
him to play as a Grox commoner who would wield a ballista mounted to himself because he has 4 arms, and one of his racial abilities was the ability to reload siege equipment like it was a normal weapon.
Well, no, but you have to also express the fact that the Grox Commoner has it's like what, a base strength of 20.
It was like 24, yeah. It was like 24.
22 or 24. So they would not be weighed down by the ballista, and I think we calculated it was 13 extra rounds of ammunition plus 1
Yeah.
for the load.
And then my goblin alchemist could fire it, turning it into a fucking RPG.
I believe there's something in there as well about using gigantification to make it even
Yes.
more bullshit. with
Yeah.
that
Yes,
man.
so that was the other part of it, was that
We could feed you the
I
gigantification
was to play
potion,
a wizard
Yeah.
who at level 2?
Something like
I
that.
forget what it was. Yeah, level 2 to gain access to the stupidity of enlarge person.
Because it
Which
also
the
enlarged your
Grox-
equipment.
Yep, because the Grox Commoner technically counts as a person.
And they already started off as it wasn't large, it was huge. It was huge because you
Yeah,
took up 4 squares.
They started huge.
Yeah.
Which then, and Sneaky was going to be like a goblin. There was some absolute combination of shenanigans that would allow Sneaky to have siege engine proficiency as. No, it wasn't
Yeah.
a goblin, it was a dwarf.
No, it was goblin. It was goblin
I
because
swear it was dwarf.
if I turn it into an explosive, I get proficiency in it.
That was it.
Yeah. So
then he could.
it was the
He would have
dumbest
proficiency
fucking
in it.
shit.
Which means he would be, and because he's a goblin, he has plenty of dexterity, which you still use
yeah,
dexterity
and-
to aim everything.
And if I went specifically the siege build, I had an ability as an alchemist that multiplied all damage done by siege equipment by 4.
And of course, going from huge,
It was
Huge
huge
to-
to gigantic, I think.
yeah,
Yeah.
I hate
So-
that goddamn chart. I hate that goddamn
It's
chart
so
so much. Would take you from a D.
It
Well,
was so fucking dumb.
It would actually take you from a D12 to a fucking D20
Yeah, it was.
with a damage dice.
It was so dumb. There was a
So we now
60-foot
have-
AoE missile launcher.
All of this was accomplishable by level 3, assuming we receive the average amount of gold.
Fair and balanced.
You what?
Yeah,
Yes.
like see, this is why I love doing D&Ds, because if you can get people to work with you, you can just make the dumbest fucking shit in existence.
So,
Yeah, that's
right,
dumb.
the response to, oh no, the dragon is terrorizing the countryside is, get the Grox Commoner.
Get the Grox Commoner.
So this poor fucking dragon, haha, I am a mighty red dragon. I am 2,000 years old.
Lamau.
I am an ancient dragon. Bump.
It's poof.
I'm sorry, did you
Oh.
just one-shot my dragon?
God. But anyway, speaking of D&D, we're getting close to finishing up the current campaign we have with our current DM.
Yeah.
And Our next campaign is going to be a all Warlock Gestalt campaign.
Oh, fucking
Christ.
lord.
G'day.
Why would you do that to yourself?
Possibly in 5e. What do you mean do it to myself? I am inflicting this upon my DM.
Oh, you're inflicting this.
Yes,
see.
I am absolutely inflicting this upon my DM.
Okay, why are you inflicting this upon your DM?
So it's actually like part of it is actually trying to make sure that my party members actually learn that their characters can do things besides swing a sword.
I mean, you're not really solving the issue. All they're going to do is cast Eldritch Blast.
Actually, that's what the Gestalt comes in with, because they've actually had to start thinking. So with each campaign I've done with the first campaign I did with them, I showed them you can actually have a fun character that isn't overpowered. With the Crafter campaign, I made them all think about weapons and, items and item usage. Now, I'm not saying this went off with a roaring success. They are still fairly retarded, and the amount of times a boss fight turned around simply because someone looked at their sheet and said, "I have what?"
Yes, I have what? The best thing to hear when you're in the middle of a fight. Just like, I'm sorry, I have what now? And they're just like, yeah.
So my hope is with forcing everyone to do Warlock, and now I say force, I mean I went to everyone, I suggested it, and they all said yes, is that we're all going to be going Warlock plus something in a Gestalt. And specifically, so far, we have, I'm playing as the Symbiote Warlock with a, I'm playing as a Pokemon trainer, effectively.
Of course you are.
Because I heard symbiote and I thought, wait, are you just the black suit Spider-Man?
Oh.
Yes, I'm Black Suit Spider-Man. He is my patron for my Warlock spells. I'm actually dressed up as a circus ringmaster. I'm going to be using a whip as a weapon. I'm dumping every single feat I have into all of the whip feats. It's going to be really fucking stupid. It's going to be great. And yeah, I'm gonna have Pokemon that I'm basically going to be like Simba attack.
Simba. Simba!
So
Actually, I shouldn't write that. Actually, it'd probably get me muted or banned. From
yeah,
the
no, you
server.
should not. So the theme of this campaign is that none of our characters are good at communication, despite all of us pretty much having 20 in charisma, because none of us have actually cleared up what the goal of the campaign is with each other's characters. So we have Aura's character who thinks that she hired me to build a gang for her. I thought she hired me to build a circus. Was it Orf's character is going Megumin, and she thinks the party is getting together to form a magical school of explosion teaching.
Someone
So,
started
I'm
jihadist
sorry, yeah.
Megaman campaign.
Huh? You
Want me to repeat myself?
both just fucking talked at the same time. Yes, repeat
Yeah, okay.
yourselves.
Alright.
Yeah.
I think somebody should do a jihadist Megaman campaign.
See, I already
Thank you.
tried doing a jihadist campaign, and Nose got super pissed at me.
Oh, yeah, well, of
What the
course,
fuck are
he
you
would get
talking
pissed
about?
Do you not remember my jihadist goblin?
I didn't get pissed at you, though.
Yes, you did!
No, I didn't!
Bro,
I just remember saying,
you fucking
okay, if you
swore
don't...
at me and canceled the campaign.
I didn't cancel the fucking campaign because of that. I had shit happen. Cunt. Start a fucking new job. Fuck off.
Anyway,
Kind of stop.
On an,
Well, Kelly didn't
entirely
say that hard
unrelated
enough.
note, Max, at some point I do wish to revisit the world of Macton.
oof.
Also, I'm going to just say, I didn't hate your character. I was just, of course you fucking made it. Because you're you.
No, you absolutely hated my character, my dude.
No, I didn't.
You're like, what the fuck am I supposed to do with this?
No, let's be clear. He didn't hate your character. He hated you for making the character.
That's fair, yes.
Yeah,
There's
no,
a distinct
don't,
difference.
yeah, don't fucking put words in my mouth, cunt. Fucking... No, Nose hated the character. Shut the fuck up. God.
Anyway,
So
so,
hate the game, hate the
I'm
player.
from
we have
Mars.
finite-
You possessed by a
Hey,
skeleton?
Hang on, before we
Yeah.
continue, I'd have a serious question about your little goblin.
Yeah. Which one?
Was he the one that knows had to cancel a session
Yes.
because he didn't know what to do with it and other stuff. Was that goblin going to survive past session 1?
I mean, in
Well,
theory, he
okay.
would because he wasn't completely suicidal.
So, I was playing as a chaotic evil goblin who was arrested for terrorism and knows, without telling me, decided the campaign was going to be lawful good.
Oh no.
Oh.
Isn't that important information?
That was
Yes.
important information. I'm not proud of that.
Okay.
You
All right. So
should-
lesson learned.
Lesson learned. Lesson learned.
We almost never made it out of the tutorial village.
Oh. I wonder why.
Yeah, no, there was that did not that was not a very good campaign. To be honest, not my best word.
The jihadist goblin is chaotic evil. What a non-controversial take. It's really not. Goblins are pretty much usually chaotic evil, so...
No, Sneaky, that's racist now.
Oh, my bad, yeah.
You got it, Nick. It's
Look,
the current
no.
year.
In Pathfinder 2, they changed the lore of the goblins, and I was just trying to be respectful to the new goblin lore.
Sneaky, no, you weren't. You just wanted to build a jihadist goblin.
Oh my
I just
god.
wanted to build a jihadist goblin.
Listen. There's a lot of things Pathfinder 2 did that I liked. I actually really like the new action system.
I do
think
like
it
the new
works a
action
lot
system.
better.
It works, yeah. Yeah.
They literally made goblins black people.
No, they made goblins Muslims.
No,
Oh my
because
God.
remember, they also were the highly oppressed social class, unjustly. Did you forget that bit?
Yeah, yeah.
I think you forgot that bit.
Wow.
Oh no, it is fucking
Oh,
wild.
wow.
I was reading the lore out loud to Atin, and he's just like, "Sneaky, are you making this shit up?" I'm like, "No, look on page 62, it's right fucking here."
No, I want to be clear, right? So we both picked up, we both had the new player handbook, or the test player handbook in front of us, because we were excited, because you know what? Pathfinder 2 was doing a lot of stuff that a lot of people had been asking for a long time.
Yeah.
The action system was revamped in a way that was a lot cooler.
Yeah.
They did a much better job handling physical class, getting multiple actions with multiple weapons, and suffering less of a penalty, so they were more effective at killing things, even when you scaled up to level 20.
Yeah, it was good.
Yes, is the wizard still going to be better at level 20 than the fighter? Yes, but the fighter's going to be better longer. It works.
Yeah.
Yes, he was going to be
Most-
better for longer than like a few levels.
Right, it mostly worked, and they did some great stuff where they were like, well, we want you to be able to make the character that you want, so you still have a racial negative, but you get extra stats based on your background.
Yeah.
And that also determines the extra job stuff that you're like. Oh, gee, my dude trained as a fighter cadet, and then he moonlighted as a blacksmith. So you have 4 extra starting strength. Even though you're an elf, you have 4 extra starting strength because
That's
you did
bullshit.
strength-based things.
No, Arn, I specifically was playing as a chaotic evil one who just wanted to burn down the whole world because anarchy.
Oh, well, that's not very jihadist then.
No, here's the thing. It
More
was
like a
as
suicide
per his
bomber?
religion.
Yeah, it was my
It
religion.
was literally as per
Like
his
a
religion.
literally per the goblin
And he
religion.
would bring this up every single time anyone asked.
Also, to be
Again,
fair
the
on
blame
that
is not
and the-
100% on me.
Yeah.
Sure.
To be
Sure.
fair on that and on the lore bed,
Mm.
with Sneaky, you can never tell if he's making shit up.
No, that's the best part.
Yeah.
It's great
Because
because
see, the whole reason that came up is because I'm sitting there flipping through the mechanical improvements that they've made. Now, Sneaky's always been. Why are you laughing?
Because I'm just sitting, you're like, oh man, I really like this new action system. I'm like, and the goblin hordes moved from the plains into the
Yeah, no,
city.
it's Sneaky because Sneaky's always been.
Because
Goblin
Sneaky will just
obsessed?
pull shit.
I
Sneaky will
guess,
just pull
like-
shit out of his ass just to
No,
fuck.
no, because I'm like, I'm trying to think. Sneaky has always enjoyed playing goblins in Pathfinder, and I'm trying to
No, I mean, the
express
reason
that
why
in
he
a
likes-
manner that
They
doesn't
get-
make it sound creepier than it is.
They get
He's
so
not
many
some-
good bonuses.
Yes. He plays
you
a
just
goblin
like-
for the
like a
bonus,
little
not because he
fucking
likes
gremlin,
being a
let's be
goblin.
real.
He certainly doesn't have some kind of goblin fetish.
No, I
I'm
didn't.
pretty sure it sounds like he does.
He does not. This man does not have a bone in his body that sexualizes goblins.
No, let's be clear. He doesn't have a sexual bone in his body. Well, he might have like 2.
I didn't want to say that and insult him. All right,
It's not an insult.
Well, what kind of furry shit's going on here? I don't have 2 sexual bones in my body.
I said you might have 2, Sneaky.
I'm not a fucking furry.
Oh my
The
God.
fuck is this?
Wait, what does that have to do with furries?
Yeah, wait, hold on. Where'd you get furries from that?
Tail and penis.
Well, no, I was gonna say
Bones.
because, some animals have 2 dicks.
Oh, that
Two-
too, yeah.
2 sexual
I
bones
just
in your
thought-
body.
I just thought they
Get
were
it.
calling you gay. One for yours, one for the person
Oh,
inside you.
I mean, yeah, that too. Yeah, that as well.
No,
Yeah.
Let's
we were
move on.
using it. My God, you people are pathetic. We were using it in reference to as in he doesn't have a mean bone in his body. He doesn't have a nice bone in his body.
Yeah,
Then
we
why
know.
2?
We're intentionally
Yeah,
doing
you
obnoxious.
see-
Because I was
My bones are all true
specifically-
neutral.
That does in fact make
That is
sense.
a decided falsehood. Your bones are fucking chaotic.
Excuse-
sir.
Excuse
No,
me.
his bones are
His
chaotic
hands-
neutral. His bones are chaotic stupid. Let's be real.
Wait. His hands and fists are E for everyone, though, so they're
Yes.
true neutral.
Yeah, fine, the hands and fists are true neutral, but every other part is chaotic neutral.
Rated E for everyone.
And tension, as far as it goes, no, I wouldn't say I'm asexual, but I just don't give a shit.
I mean, that is.
Kind of the point, yeah.
No, because I can feel sexual attractions, I just don't care.
Care. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, that's mostly being
yeah,
asexual.
the
Which is
same.
the opposite of asexual.
Asexual
No,
doesn't
that's
feel
like-
any sexual attraction. That's
Yeah.
the thing.
Mm,
It's more like he's aromantic.
I would argue
He doesn't
that I
really
don't
care
care.
about being in a relationship or anything like that.
Sure.
yeah, whatever. Who cares?
Whatever.
Oh yeah, that's
Anyway.
right. Gray is playing in the new campaign a warlock street magician who
Bro.
who's got like 9 teleport spells at level 1.
What the fuck?
What the fuck?
Oh, great.
And
Don't.
Is he just?
Don't.
Is he just?
it's
Is he just the
fantastic.
go? Is he just the go fast warlock?
No. It's even better than that. So basically, when I call him a street magician, I wasn't being like joking. Quite literally, he can pull off any spell as long as he covers up what he's doing when he's doing it, and he
That's
can.
digitation.
Yeah. Well,
Wait,
no.
So he uses what? So he casts fireball and he's just teleporting fire at the opponent.
No, it's more like so he like puts a cape over his hand and he's like, voila, fireball! Because he's not actually casting fireball. He's invoking fireball. With the assumption that everyone watching him thinks he's casting fireball.
Genius.
And he can do other shit like he can teleport to places as long as no one can see him where he teleports to.
Oh wow.
This is a very great character.
So it's quite literally, I am the quantum magician.
Oh god,
Sure,
really?
magic.
Yeah. He is going to be absolutely useless in terms of combat, but his utility is going to be off the charts. He has
His
access
patron is
to like
Schrödinger.
5 different branches of spells.
Amazing.
Okay, so Waller, right? His patron is Schrödinger. Perfect.
Anyway. Yeah, it's going to be a fun time. It's even better now that Lupine is no longer there.
Oh, you quit?
Yeah, he quit because he found a quote-unquote better D&D group that works better with his timing, supposedly. His timing that he completely self-inflicted upon himself.
Well, I mean, it's Lupine. What do you expect?
Yeah.
I mean, he did self-inflict Fate's Gamble on himself, so
Yeah.
Yeah, and all of us.
Yeah.
yeah.
Fate's Gamble 3 when?
I mean,
Round
that
4?
wasn't the plans, and that wasn't the plans. Remember?
I know.
Yeah.
Did he ever get around to summoning Lucifer as Saber?
No, I don't
beg
think
your
so.
pardon?
No.
I don't think
That
so.
was Fate's Gamble 2. Apparently, the Saber that
Oh,
Blackroom summons
Yeah.
is going to be Lucifer.
Oh.
Yeah.
How the fuck does that work?
It
As
doesn't.
a-
So
as a
we've
girl
we've
as well.
covered. Look, so we've covered Lupine's stories before on this podcast, and we've covered what he thinks are ideas, and none of them are good. Like we read his FGO MHA crossover, and
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
that was terrible.
Anyone remember Spirits Balance?
I couldn't get past that first chapter.
Okay, look, Spirit's Balance was actually mildly interesting because it was at least a non-OP instantly Naruto.
Yeah, but I mean, it was also Spirits Balance.
Yeah. That's yeah.
Yeah.
But before we go into the Friday Night Funkin', there was one more fan fiction related topic I wanted to speak about.
Oh god, what fuck?
So on Sign Server,
Oh no.
there is an
Oh
individual
boy.
Iori.
whose stories we have covered in the past.
Do not name the individual.
Exactly.
He says as someone literally just named. the
Look,
individual.
I didn't dox him. I didn't do it.
I know you didn't.
I
I'm saying
didn't do
someone
it.
else did.
Anyway, this individual was very excited to tell us are they male or female? I thought woman, but
I think male.
gay.
I don't know.
I mean they're French, so
Well,
Oh,
yeah.
they're French.
yeah.
Well, a lot of their characters they write
explains
as
a lot.
female and apparently attracted to women, so. And
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
pretty
gonna.
sure that female authors usually write female.
No, I thought they were
characters.
talking about their husband before.
Oh, were they?
Yeah,
Were they?
I don't know, man.
Well, either way, who
Anyway,
cares?
point
Yeah.
being, this individual decided they were going to excitedly talk about a new Harry Potter idea they had, and I'm sure Max will actually groan at this one as well.
Excellent.
So they had the amazing, fascinating idea of what if it's a Harry Potter story, but the main character does things like transfigure air.
How the fuck does that
That,
work?
that was my idea, Sneaky.
Into
Yeah, but they were
What?
inspired by your idea.
So technically, you have brought this upon us.
Yes, you're welcome.
Well,
I don't remember saying
they
that.
didn't specify exactly, but basically it was going to be in line of that stuff of like, ooh, I'm going to use a basic understanding of physics to become a wizarding god. And in a proud moment, the entire server shit on them.
Hang on.
Yeah.
In a proud moment.
Yeah.
Because honestly, and I said it there, I'll say it here. I hate stories that are like, I'm gonna write the world so everyone's retarded, and then I'm gonna write my character who's like average intelligence, and oh man, audience, look, isn't my character so smart for not being as retarded as everyone else that I
No,
wrote?
to be fair, this
Yes,
is Wizarding World.
Oh. Okay, look, I know, but I am
That's
of the
not an
opinion.
excuse.
This is my personal opinion. I've held this with Ruby, and I've held it with a lot of other franchises. That if you try to deviate from the story archetype to game the system, as it were, whether there's video games involved or not. Like, so if you're doing a Harry Potter story, and money in Harry Potter doesn't exist. As far as everything's concerned, money doesn't exist. The rich people can always buy things. The poor people always complain about not being able to buy things, and that's all that happens. Harry can
Isn't that
always
just
buy.
Well,
Well,
I'm
no.
going to ask something.
The point-
Are there actually any poor people? Because the only
Yes,
single poor
Arthur's
people
family.
I've ever seen is the Weasleys. Like, are
Yes.
they the only poor people in the entire
They are the
Wizarding
token.
World?
Yes, they are the token
they-
poor people.
Okay, are
Also
they
the
even
thief.
that poor? They have a fucking home in that economy.
Yes, they are
Yeah.
poor, technically speaking, because
It
they
keeps-
have to go through 3 sets of
I mean,
hand-me-downs. Like, they literally
they live
cannot
in the
buy enough
fucking-
clothes.
They live in the wizarding equivalent of a fucking crack house, my guy.
Yeah, that's him.
Yeah, but then you've got Arthur, who's just probably bad with money because he buys shit like Muggle cars and stuff. He probably
Yes.
spends all his pay on Muggle items.
I mean, not surprising. I wouldn't be, Anyway, point being, though, is, I mean, that's very poor people behavior, though, so.
Yeah, I mean,
Mr.
like,
Weasley
it's
watched
like-
Top Gear.
Uh, This time on Top Weasley.
Tonight, a wizarding gear.
Hammond, you fucking idiot!
You
you
bought an
idiot.
enchanted car, Hammond.
Hammond, they're throwing me broom into the...
It doesn't
Astronomy
even
tower.
fly. All it does is it shoots sparks.
Oh, look at Hammond with his fucking Blackfire 2000. Let's laugh at him. Don't tell me to control. Hammond!
Tonight,
So
a
I took the
wizarding gear.
rims off of James's car, and let's see if he notices.
Christ.
On crashes into Diagon
Turn
Alley.
his car invisible. Let's
I'm
see
riding
how
a
long it
crash.
takes for him to get run over.
And I fly my firebolt into the Twin Towers.
Yeah, I
Hey,
can 100%
wow.
see Mr. Weasley going, I can make electricity. I'm watching British television from now on.
Yeah.
Anyway, no, like I said, I in Harry Potter stories, for example, whenever you try to include any sort of government system, anytime you try to include money, anytime, like, oh, Harry can now suddenly do things because he's got 40 million galleons now, and it's just like, JKR did an absolute shit job with writing government and money and a whole bunch of other things. So if you try to use those as like a, oh, I'm going to game the system because the author created a retarded world full of retarded people, you're not smart. Unless you're writing it as a crack story where you're not taking the world seriously, then fine, go for it.
But does it deserve to be treated seriously?
No.
Usually not, no.
There you go.
No fun with crack stories, they're fun little romps, but if you're going to get him that involved in it, I mean, at that point, you're treating it as a serious story, but going,
No,
it's just a
I
crack
mean,
story.
more, I mean, when I say crack story for this sort of thing, I mean like, oh, Harry's got like 40 bajillion galleons now, and he starts buying up the stock market and buying out all of Diagon Alley, and isn't that funny? And like,
All them stonks.
Why
Right.
would you
We're
buy
not going
Diagon
back to
Alley?
the
That's a
list.
terrible problem.
This is not a day where we're doing the list.
no, we're
That's
not
a
doing
different
that.
day.
No,
The list is
I'm
eternal.
just what I'm saying here is if you're like, oh well, Harry goes
Yeah.
to the government and gets the government super involved in everything. Everyone has to keep acting retarded. Like,
Yes.
it has to stay in the realm of crack story of just because Harry was intelligent and went and did something intelligent doesn't make everyone else suddenly more competent. It has to stay in the realm of everyone's just as incompetent as JKR wrote them.
Yeah.
Someone writes Total War Harry Potter edition.
I'm pretty sure JKR just couldn't write competent because the only person that was supposed to be competent, she just killed off, which was Amelia Bones, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
They died off screen.
Yeah.
Competence would kill the setting because everyone needs to be incompetent in order for it to work.
Yep.
Mhm.
I mean, there's other shit going on. Like Hogsmeade is the only wizarding town in all of Britain.
Yeah.
And then you turn around and you see, like, the game where it's, oh, wow, shit, we got a dozen of them.
Yeah.
Well, that's because the game was like, okay, how do we make this a fun world? Do we
Yeah,
just have
that's
Hogsmeade?
because
No,
the
let's just
game
do-
that's because the game had to do what every fan fiction author tries to do, and where they took the world and went, okay, fuck, we gotta straighten some shit out because if we don't put content in here, it's just gonna be Harry Potter v2.
I'm pretty sure they actually consulted JKR for all that shit, and she helped them with
Oh,
it.
I'm sure that once presented with the opportunity to increase the lore content of the world, JKR would do it. But the thing is that when she wrote the books and how she wrote the books and how she structured the world, I mean, that is what it is.
Yeah, that is.
Yep.
And hey, this could technically still be canon because you can literally just say every single person from those other villages other than Hogsmeade went through World War II to try and stop Grindelwald.
Well, I mean, it wasn't
and
just
fucking
World War
died.
II. I mean, it was the First World War. It was
Yeah,
the
that's
Second
true.
World War. It was the two Wizarding World Wars that were separate from the other World Wars. I mean, so like they went through 4 World
Yeah.
Wars. So
In
like,
100 years, so yeah.
there being only one Wizarding village left is completely reasonable. But my point is when you're doing shit like that, you have to take into account that like, if you're going to talk about population numbers in your story, well, unless you're going full meme with it, then you can't be like, oh, well, there's secretly 300,000 wizards or some shit. It's like, no, there's like
No.
1,000.
I thought there was like 1,000 in Wizarding Britain and then more over elsewhere.
Oh yeah, that's
I
what I'm
thought it
saying.
I thought it was only like 10 to 30,000 total in the entire world or something like that.
I wouldn't be
Something like
surprised,
that.
but I've never heard of that. I've never heard that number before, but I didn't go around through Pottermore. I didn't play all of the games, you know. So it's entirely possible that's true, but you know, your point being though is when people write fan fictions and they're trying to do like this whole like, oh yo, Harry's so smart, he took 1 gold coin and sold it for 700 pounds, and then he went back and got like another 35 gold coins and sold those for 700 pounds, and now he's got like 17 billion gold, and it's just like, okay, well, what the fuck are you gonna do with all of that? Now that you've spent multiple chapters, or even at minimum a scene of words on how Harry's gaming this system, what was the purpose of this? Fucking nothing.
We're crashing this economy with no survivors.
Literally though,
Yep.
and it was so painful because I was reading a story, and don't get me wrong, I was reading the Black Resurgence, the one that got linked in your server recently. And honestly, it's an alright story. My biggest complaint, though, is the author tries to do this sort of shit where they're like, oh, you know, Harry's got 4 million galleons now because he sold all the items in the come and go room. And it's like, okay, but he's got like 4 million in his fucking trust vault, so I'm not sure how that makes much of a difference.
Yeah.
There's always some bullshit rule where like Harry can only access X amount of the trust vault, and I don't know if this is
Okay.
Yeah.
Now that's legitimate though. So I actually had a trust in my name, and we did have limits on what we could withdraw, how much we could withdraw, and when we could withdraw it from.
Yeah, there's always limits on that kind of shit.
Well, in that case, okay, so he's got 11 billion galleons in the trust vault, but he can only access 400 a year until he gets to like
Right, but that's
except that wizards don't have common sense, so that 4 million is probably like 40,000 a year while he's at Hogwarts, which is still more than you need for your entire fucking life.
Right.
Yeah.
But that's my point, though.
Wizards don't have sense.
Is that we see a bus ride costs like 15 pennies, right? Like, okay, a hot chocolate costs a silver or something. You know, like, okay, so eating a meal would probably cost around then 5 silver, maybe? Question mark. Which
it was actually stated as less than that.
Okay, yeah, but like fucking Arthur canonically only makes like 3 gold a month. So
and he's expected to take care of his family.
So sure, there's no taxes. Like, okay, yeah, there's no property taxes. There's no income taxes on anything. But that's still 3 galleons a month is supposed to pay for all of their food, their clothing, and apparently some clothing can't be repaired to maximum because they could have done that, but apparently they have to buy new clothing sometimes because it just gets ripped and they can't fix it. It's like, okay, I guess, sure.
I'm guessing that the more you use the spell, the less effective it is.
That's what some fans have said of like, oh, it moves mass around in the object to cover up for the broken bits, and it's like, okay, that's a
well, I mean,
yeah,
some of the
obviously.
parts literally just no longer exist after enough time, so I can kind of understand that. And if you lose parts of it, how are you supposed to repair it without making it smaller?
Well, according to the fucking game, you just summon a whole fucking bridge out of nothing, so...
Yeah, that's true. Fuck.
But yeah, he's getting like 4 galleons a month, and this is supposed to be a department head's salary, so we have to assume that's actually good money.
Yeah, and it's like... And it was supposed to be something so massively shocking for Malfoy to buy. It wasn't each broom like 100 gold or some shit. Did we ever get a...
His fucking broom.
Yeah, those brooms were like 100 gold.
For the entire team.
Yeah, go ahead and check. Like, the brooms were supposed to be something like so absurdly expensive that like he literally bribed his way onto the team with them to the point where literally everyone looked the other way for it. Like, that's how much money was being
200 galleons. Approximately $5,000 US dollars each.
Okay.
Hey, wait, where is you seeing that?
I'm looking at the Nimbus 2001 because that's the one he bought.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I just looked up Harry Potter and Nimbus 2001 cost in Google.
Okay.
And
Sure.
apparently, 1 galleon is $25 US.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah, according to one random person on Quora in 2018.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, the most reliable source.
Extremely reliable source.
Definitely.
Honestly, though, I think at that time period of the 90s, I think it was like $2 to £1 or something.
Oh,
It was like 1.5 or 2 to 1.
Yeah.
I knew the pound was pretty strong versus the dollar for quite a long time.
US to GBP, historical. Oh. Damn it. Okay, this site doesn't show. Looks like 1991.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you go buy what the replicas look like if you want to buy one yourself, which is $130.
Yeah, no.
Well, I mean,
no,
those
4
can't
payments.
fly.
Four payments of $130 fortnightly.
Those can't fly, so...
520?
Yeah.
520.
420, yeah. Anyway, so, point being, though, is you understand what I'm saying? Like, the economy for JKR is absolutely fucked. If you try to include, and this is what I'm talking about, so the story I was reading recently, it was like 7 gold to stay in the inn for 7 days.
That sounds like bullshit.
Which is ridiculous if you're going by realistic pricing of everything.
Yeah. Celebrity tax.
Even more, like, you gotta consider even more here is, okay, so you have an inn, you have magic, so you can clean magically, you can organize magically, you can fix everything magically. Like,
you can transfigure a bed.
Yeah, okay.
Conjure, transfigure, expanded space.
Just under $2 per pound.
Okay.
You could buy a house
in
fucking thing.
So in 1999, it was roughly 90. Okay, so 1990, it was roughly $10 of U.S. money equals 1 gold coin. Okay, so anyway, point being though, here is that if you try to include any sort of economy, you can just say, oh yeah, Harry came up, he paid Tom for 3 months. And, Harry's got money. We all know Harry has money, so just have Harry pay him the money. Don't be like, he paid him exactly 372 galleons, 12 sickles, and 34 knots.
Well, how is he supposed to sound smart if he doesn't do that, dude?
But that's my point, though, is it's cringe. And so it's the same thing.
Yes, it's cringe.
But that's why I started talking about it. So basically it came down to this individual on Sign's server who was like, oh, well, I'm going to use basic physics to fucking kill people and become God because no one's ever thought of my ideas before. And it's like, I'm sorry, but if it's someone who is like sub 90 IQ can come up with your fucking idea, I think that disproves the reality of no one coming up with it.
Yeah.
And yes, because Sign is here, we will be switching to FNAF. Mostly because Five Night Frunkin is terrible.
Number 9 can.
Yeah, unnamed magic school number 9. Yeah.
Read the Quran. Mashallah, you shall burn the witch.
Yeah, J.K. Rowling had some interesting ideas of how magic school. Yeah. By the way, magic schools in areas controlled by Islam. Yeah, that will go over fantastically.
Very well.
They just use holy.
Amazingly.
It's all paladins.
Quite literally, they would stone them all. Like, unnamed magic school number 9 is unnamed because it's just a fucking pit where they kill all of them into.
Yeah, I remember. Actually, genocided all of the wizards and witches, supposedly.
It's actually just a rooftop.
Yeah.
And there's like.
Oh yeah, Livermore. Oh yeah, that one school up in Connecticut is going to serve Mexico. I'm sure they will have absolutely no cultural clashes going on there.
That one
Mexico,
is fan-made.
US, Canada, and
it's the
fucking
Caribbean.
Yeah.
Oh
it's,
yeah, I'm
bullshit.
sure that all of
No.
you
this one is bullshit because in
Oh.
the original one,
yeah.
I'm pretty sure Mao Tokoro also serves China.
No, I think
There's
that
no
was
way in hell
no.
that's
There's
Did you
no
not call
way.
that?
No.
Yeah.
No, I'm
Let's
pretty sure
give it
she
up
did
for
say that.
unnamed school number 11. Let's go.
I personally
Well,
really,
school number 11
Oh,
represent.
I really, you know,
Oceania.
we're all talking shit about the Middle East and Africa. I just want to point out that they have everyone in Central and South America going to Brazil. I'm sure that no one will have any problems with that.
They
At least
fucking
there's
better
not a
not.
school. At least there's not a school in the fucking Balkans.
It's not
I-
like Brazil
well,
has pissed
yeah.
off everyone in Central and South America.
Hey,
I think it's a
just
great
when you get-
idea.
Argentina.
When you get to the Brazilian school, they go, here's your
Hold
wand
on.
and here's your gun. Enjoy.
Here's your
Okay,
correct.
we have only pissed off Uruguay and Argentina. We have not
Uruguay.
fucked with the others. Uruguay.
Uruguay.
Fuck you.
What the
Uruguay. Okay.
I'll pronounce
You
their
said
name
Gry.
correctly when they
We
beat us in a
may-
war.
We may have killed 90% of all of
So are you
the
ever
males
gonna?
during a war.
So you can only
So
pronounce
they are a
Vietnamese
bit pissed
names
about that.
correctly, right? And
Yes,
Korean.
actually.
You're
Oh,
one
also,
with
we-
the silence.
No one won the Korean War. What the fuck are you talking about, man?
I mean, it was technically.
Oh yes, Bubixtons, famous. The French and the the
Don't
French and the
talk.
Spanish, famous for getting along.
I thought you were gonna say the
Also,
French and the Germans for a
kinda?
second. I was like,
Wait,
excuse me.
Kinda.
Did they just say Italy get fucked? Like, does that have no?
Yeah,
does
it
know
doesn't
Italians?
exist.
Italy goes
It's
to
actually
both,
not
I
real.
think. It looks like it's orange and yellow.
It looks
maybe.
striped.
It's
It looks
both.
orange.
Yeah,
No,
it's probably both.
clearly
Stripes.
they go to the Pope.
Yeah, they go to the
They go
Vatican.
to the Hokuro.
Yeah.
They are yellow. They go to
Wait,
the Hokuro.
no, the worst thing here, motherfucker, they split Greece between the Muslims and the fucking one in Scandinavia.
Oh, that's gonna end up in so many fucking bloodbaths.
That's
Oh,
no, there have been genocides over this.
You want to know how many cries there will be for release?
Can we all give it up for school number
Constantinople?
10? Currently the home of the most war crimes between students.
Ooh.
The thing is, they don't have students trying to kill all of their wizards.
Yeah, because China, India, and Pakistan, they're all gonna get along
Yeah.
great.
And apparently half of Afghanistan as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, this one is fan made though.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of
Yeah, I mean,
let's just say
obviously.
creative
Still
interpretation.
Oh,
Still
wait, I
fucking
missed
funny.
that. Turkey and Greece sharing a school. Yeah, that works
Yeah.
out well.
Well, Greece is split, but yeah.
I mean, really, even anyone in the Balkans and
Yeah,
any
literally
other
anyone in
the
the Balkans is-
Balkans all going to the same school.
you just hear Serbian war music the entire fucking time.
Fucking turbo folk music intensifies.
I also like the Koreans going to the Japanese school. That will surely have
Zero
no,
consequences
no
whatsoever.
issues.
No issues
Wait, no.
whatsoever.
Is that North and South Korea?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
It's just banter, dude.
Oh yeah.
Holy shit.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
The
Oh.
one school with the lowest death rate is probably Hogwarts.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Comparatively.
That is the safest wizarding school
Hey,
on the
school
planet.
number.
Like,
What is
there
school
he
number
goes.
11? School number 11 seems pretty safe to me.
Yeah, actually the
Oh,
biggest
Southeast
threat from
Asia
school
sharing
number
the same
11 is
school.
actually the wildlife. It's not actually
Yeah.
the students.
Yeah. Exactly.
Okay, hold on.
Yeah.
Where would it be? Would it be in actually
It's
Southeast
looking like
Asia?
it's well. If you go
Would
by
it
where
be
the
Southeast
name is,
Asia?
it looks like Indonesia.
Well, actually, it's in the center of the
doesn't have a
outback.
Ah,
it's like
it's
in the
Uluru.
middle of nowhere.
It's on Uluru.
Yeah. Inside.
That's
it's
why
inside
they don't
over.
let you climb it. So that's
The
why they
funny
don't let
thing
you
here
climb it.
is, Harry's yearly near-death experience could happen to every student in Hogwarts and it'd still be safer
Yeah.
than every other school on that fucking map.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Oh
How
god,
do you
so
know?
only one every year.
Hogwarts has the
That's
least amount of
fine.
deaths, and it's all from the stairs.
Mm. So anyway, we got some FNAF stories here for Sign because I know how much he really enjoys a good FNAF story.
No.
Michael Afton, an outlived purpose. By a stroke of debatable luck, Michael is the only survivor of the fire that consumed the pizzeria. Time passes and the Pizzaplex opens. Michael quickly applies in order to search for what lies in the darkness, but his investigation bears little fruit, and over time he suddenly finds himself getting closer. The animatronic crew, he suddenly finds himself getting
Hans gets his dick a match.
I'm pretty sure that all these are just going to end up with the main character trying to screw the animatronics. I think
well, I mean, that's a fair number of them.
Yeah.
I remember
Why
back
is
in
there
the
a
day.
1,000,000-word story there? What?
Wait, what the fuck?
The second story there by our commander Tenebros.
Mike's new ghostly family. Post Five Nights at Freddy's 6, Freddy Fazbear's tale comes to a close. Mike and the girl inside the puppet are the only two left who know the full story. The older man...
Full story.
No one knows the full story.
There you go.
The older man, the old man says as he shoots both orphans. Nobody knows the full story. The good old Sherman crocodile.
Yes. Good utility for this situation.
Yes, but can I play Serbian war music and commit war crimes with it?
Yes.
You absolutely can commit war crimes with it, as it is blessed by Saint Sherman.
Yeah.
Saint Sherman.
Yeah, Saint Sherman, the saint of war crimes.
Patron saint of burning to the fucking ground.
Patron saint of war crimes.
And so he called on to me.
I heard that you didn't like the
earth
fact that we used shotguns in war. What a shame. We brought more.
For lo, he is the patron saint of racing.
Indeed.
And so he called onto us, scorch the very earth itself, and leave none alive.
I mean, possibly one of the most fucked things that Sherman did was he scolded his men for looting and raping before burning.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, Sherman was kind of fucked up.
Yeah, Sherman was like, we don't have time to loot and rape, guys. Everyone that loots and rapes will be whipped in front of everyone else. Just nail the boards to their windows and nail boards to their doors and light their houses aflame. That was Sherman.
Cool. Let us bring forth the end of man.
They're just like, Jesus fucking Christ. You need to come.
Sherman and MacArthur would get along?
I think the trifecta would be Sherman, MacArthur, and Andrew Jackson.
Nice.
Andrew Jackson was pretty fucking based.
Victory by any cost.
Also, today is officially my 31st month of
I thought you said 31st year, and I'd said
yeah, he's been subscribing for 31 years.
Yeah. I think I've like
been subscribed as long as Sneaky's been alive. Fuck.
Yeah.
I'm at 50 something months total.
Yeah. Can you imagine that?
Bro.
Yeah.
No. God, I fucking wish I would.
Yeah. Blah blah blah. The story ends here. Chapter 1. He takes out the gun, shoots both orphans. Oh man, that'd be a great story. Probably the best FNAF story in existence. Everyone's dead.
Because it would end.
Story end.
Thankfully. I wish.
But neither of them expected for the ghosts of the murdered children to return or be adopted into their family. What?
Literally, what?
Why does it have 1,000,000 words? Why does it have 2,500 reviews?
This Is this basically just fucking like a million-word Lucky Star or something like that?
Yeah, yes. Also, it's been going for 5 years. 6 years!
Oh no.
Oh, God.
Oh. Well, the reviews to favorites and the follows ratio. Oh no. That's
Oh yeah.
not good.
Also,
What
no
the
one here likes FNAF lore, but I'm pretty sure most of us can agree that the fucking ending monologue to that one game was pretty fucking good.
I wouldn't know. I never played any
Which
Five
one?
Nights at Freddy game.
Hold on. There's a monologue at the end of one of the games that is pretty fucking good. Let me just find it real quick. I don't think anyone here actually knows about it. Hold on.
Wait,
Well,
is
I
it? Wait, no,
fucking-
is it the sister location one where he's like, "I'm still alive and I'm coming for you, father"?
No, it's the one after that. I'm sorry, Elizabeth. I'm afraid you've something. What the fuck? Hold on.
Because I don't know, the FNAF
Yeah.
6's ending was actually really fucking good in my opinion. The
I
true
wouldn't know.
ending.
I haven't watched Math Path in years.
Oh, it was actually extremely based where he's just like, so basically Five Nights at Freddy's 6, the whole point of it is that you're luring all of the animatronics back into this air quotes restaurant.
Oh
And-
wait, was that the one that was
Yes,
like the
that's what I'm
restaurant
talking
sim?
about.
Yes,
Yeah.
this one. This one is actually great. So basically,
this is
he
the-
tricks them all into a kill box and then fucking sets the place on fire and locks everything inside. And he's like, "I'm sorry, but you all have to burn now. Also, by the way, asshole who killed my children, you're going to hell and there's a special place reserved for you." And it's like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I never played those games.
I
This
mean,
is literally the
dude
only,
fucking
like,
lost his
unironically
children to a literal
great thing.
psychopath.
It is incredibly hardcore and I love it.
Yeah, this is unironically like the best thing to ever come out of FNAF. Like it goes so fucking hard.
And-
Fuck! I did the thing again.
What?
What do you do?
I will
You
not.
fucking
I will not call
zoomer.
it. Yes, I will not call attention to it. No one noticed. That's good.
I
He
noticed.
timestamped it. The moron timestamped it.
What? How? I literally just opened it. I copied the link from. How the fuck is this timestamp? I just copied the link from the YouTube search. What the fuck?
Literally.
How?
Absolutely.
Wait.
wrong.
What'd he do?
He
Oh, it's fucking-
he zoomered.
Yeah, they included the timestamp to like in the middle of the video,
Oh yeah.
like a moron.
But no, yeah, it went surprisingly hard, and even at the end, he was like, to the person that's sitting here in this office, I'm sorry you had to die as well, but I have a feeling that you knew the truth of this place, so that's why you kept coming back.
Yes. I'm going to explain this bit of lore because the security guard. I hate Matt Pet for doing this to me. But
It's
I
been
know this
12
shit.
years.
Yes.
I'm going to
Yes.
kill myself after you just
I
said that.
fucking grew up with this shit. I grew up with
fucking-
this shit. I
Oh,
hate it.
no.
Anyway,
Matt,
when
that
those-
was your childhood.
yes, yes. It explains a lot.
My
Anyway.
condolences.
Okay,
Yeah.
so he
Unfortunate.
says, "Oh, I have a feeling you knew because this is literally his kid who basically was hollowed the fuck out of his internal organs and was just shambling around like a half-dead corpse, and he kept trying to become a security guard at FNAF because he knew of the animatronics and he was trying to save people from them. And it was it's kind of weird. Do you know the fucking meme of is that the Bite of 87 where a teen puts a kid inside of the mouth of an animatronic and just crunches down?
Yeah.
The
Parody,
MC of most of the FNAF games is that kid that put the other kid inside the mouth.
Yeah.
We do a little trolling.
Including the security guard.
So that's why, yes.
But yeah, so yeah,
Yes,
so
the
basically,
security guard.
if you play all of the games and then you beat the 5 nights and you go for night 6, you get another little ending, and if you go for night 7, you get the real ending, air quotes. And basically, part of the real ending is that you get fired, and in every single time you get fired, you're cited for smelling weird and messing with the animatronic code. And so when it was finally revealed in Sister Location that the individual that's been going to all of these locations they shares the same name, it's a fake name that he's been using at all these locations, and he was actually one of the first people to be hollowed out by the animatronics and lived because
He was the first.
he like possessed his own corpse effectively.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Fuck.
Basically, the animatronics slurped the fuck out of all of his innards and moved it around as a metal
Nice.
flesh puppet.
The forbidden
then-
smoothie.
Yes,
Yeah.
his ghost, after the fucking puppet, the metal amalgamation thing, left his corpse, his ghost possessed his corpse and just kept going.
Yeah.
What the actual fuck?
Oh, it's great. It also has Five Nights at Freddy also has amazing lore, such as melting down orphaned kids into super metal, so you can become immortal by harnessing the pain and hatred of the kids you've slaughtered, so you can inject yourself with liquid soul.
Maybe the real immortality was the kids we slaughtered along the way.
Yes.
Jesus Christ!
Is that the secret? Is that Hillary Clinton's secret then?
Yes.
Yeah,
We don't talk about that.
Adrenochrome.
You don't talk about that.
The real reason why Scott had to step down, they
Yeah. They got him.
They got him. He had information that could lead to the arrest of Hillary Clinton.
It was real. Wait. Oh no. Pizzagate. It was real all along.
Motherfucker.
So Hillary Clinton was the man behind the slaughter.
Yes. Man specifically.
Oh god. But yeah, no,
They
like
don't know what a man is.
the lore behind FNAF is. Oh, it's
There are some really good ones, and there are some fucking
It's a-
absolute tragedies.
I will say what is nice about MatPat is that you can watch his latest roundup video, and he pretty succinctly covers the current lore of FNAF, and you don't have to like go back through years to watch it all. You just watch his most
Also, the
recent.
Wendigoon video.
Yes.
The fucking Wendigoon video was fucking great.
Wendigoon did an okay job. There was several locations where I don't know what the fuck he was citing for some of that information. Yeah.
He made it the fuck up.
Yeah, pretty
But
much.
It's good enough. I don't
Yeah.
care. It's good.
But that one's like 3 hours long compared to MatPat's like 20 minutes.
No, 1 hour and 20. 1 hour and 20 isn't that long.
It's longer than some people want to put into it.
It's shorter than this podcast, and we suffer here every day.
I mean that's fair
1 hour
enough. You
20
know
is
that's
longer than I wanna
fair
play
enough.
Five
Not
Yeah.
Nights.
every day. Oh god, every day.
Every
day.
Imagine.
Bad.
Can you
Oh, wow.
imagine a podcast every day?
I mean, it'd inspire me to write, but like, no.
It inspired me.
Fucking
Dude.
hate
Inspire you to
liver.
write your suicide note.
Maybe.
You're gonna inspire my liver replacement.
I'll fucking send you a bell.
Yeah.
Single-handedly increase your town's GPT.
Oh god, here we
through
go.
alcohol.
Yeah. Enter Montgomery Gator, bassist of the glam rock animatronics, all-time high scorer at Monty's Golf 18-hole challenge, and reportedly one of the only animatronics to has ever killed someone. Chips
Huh?
involved in this story. Glamrock Bronny will be pegging Glamrock Gator
What?
and multiple
What?
other people.
Huh?
I'm sorry, what?
The animatronics are gonna have sex!
Huh?
Yeah, but you said pegging.
Reminder that they are children.
Yes, they're both boys.
They're children.
Yes.
Jesus Christ, Sneaky.
You do not get to fucking say that sign.
Yes, I do.
You are the cause of this.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
You are.
You are the
You are.
source.
You
What?
Whether you want to
Oh,
be
no.
or vice
Sneaky for this.
Why me? V2. A tragedy prevents a girl from returning to her favorite restaurant and animatronic for 10 years. Oh no. However, when in need of a job, she comes back as a night guard. Oh no. However, it seems things are not as simple as they seem, because when she sees her favorite animatronic again, she thinks this job will be good, only it turns out it's gonna be a one big twist. Springtrap times female OC. 90,000 words.
Death.
What?
Mashallah.
Why is the most written crossovers for Five Nights at Freddy My Little Pony?
Children.
Because it's My Little Pony, dude. My Little Pony has so many stories that are just like several million words long, and you're just like, why?
Yeah, I'm just looking at all the
there to make you suffer.
crossovers.
It's literally there to
also-
make you suffer because fuck you.
I would also like to remind everyone, right, that there is a My Little Pony Fallout New Vegas crossover.
I think I know that
Shut the fuck up immediately.
And it's extremely
no,
long.
shut up.
But that's not the best
Wasn't that
part.
published?
There is, yes, it was air quotes published. That's not the best part, though. A high school teacher had republished the entire series, but this time they have sex. So basically, he took the entire series and he rewrote the whole thing, but he just included sex and gold and
Why do people still write shit?
evil ponies.
Fucking horse fuckers.
Yeah, horse fuckers are.
Sell it, and he got found.
You tried to sell it?
Yes, he
Yeah,
tried
he
to
tried to
sell it,
publish it.
and he
Sell
got
it.
asked who goes on Tumblr and found his stories, and some of the things he said in class, the things he was posting on his.
Yep.
Oh no.
Oh no.
So needless it works about a children's show.
Oh, don't
Oh,
say that again.
fuck.
I'm sorry.
Oh, craps.
Oh, fuck you.
Why?
It says like that.
Yoshizilla Red Ocean.
Yes.
Oh god,
Oh,
it's the
damn
fart
it.
guy! It's him!
Why is
Five Nights
he
at Freddy
Why is he
game
everywhere?
crossovers. Five Nights at Freddy game crossovers, 19 chapters, 1,984 words.
Oh my god, why?
Fart guy.
This guy's fucking everywhere.
Worst
This-
discoveries of this
This
podcast.
dude has written like 9,000 stories about farting.
I'm opening
It's-
his author's page and it's still loading. He has
Yes.
written
Yeah.
3,261
Yes.
stories.
They're all about
Yeah.
farting.
I think he's added about 300 since the last time we checked that number.
Yes, he
Probably,
has.
yeah.
Lord.
So
Well,
anyway,
you know,
I'm gonna
at
go
least he
grab
knows
my
what he
alcohol.
likes. I wish he'd
I've
stop
already-
shouting.
I've
Take
already
another
had
shot.
mine. I've
This
already
is
been
now
having
the
mine.
clip. I am titling it, "The podcast finds an old enemy."
Yeah,
Yeah, do it.
bro.
I still have, yeah.
Look,
Also, still,
I-
flashback.
I said this on Science server. I think I've said it before,
Alright, so
but
actually, I just remembered. So while I pour this alcohol, I'm going to talk about the burger I made recently.
Oh,
It's a
God.
very good
yeah,
burger.
actually, you can just talk about that. Yeah, I don't need to say what I was going to say. That's fine.
You know,
I need this alcohol in me, though. Fucking hell.
yeah.
So yeah, this burger of mine, very tasty, very good. I went to ShopRite and I bought 3 pounds of I bought 3 pounds of burger meat
Mm.
for $5 each.
Ooh.
And it's 80/20. And it was fairly fresh. I mean, it was ShopRite brand, so you know.
Holy shit!
What?
Twitch fucking censored the clip.
What? Oh, wait.
Everything that Cass mentioned about the whatever the fuck Breps thing, it was all censored. It was cut out of the clip.
Twitch censored the fart, dude.
Amazing.
No
Amazing.
way.
Finally.
Based Twitch, You know what?
Oh,
Maybe
yeah.
Twitch isn't that bad after all.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh no! And then it cuts, and
Maybe
then
we've been
F's.
a little harsh.
Yeah, maybe we've been a
Amazing.
little
Little.
harsh to them.
Yeah.
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 Holy fuck.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
This is the part where the entire stream zooms out and good ending appears at the bottom.
Oh,
Good ending. Twitch became a good company.
I am going to clip it anyway because this is still fucking funny.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
I'm still proud that I've once again flashbanged people with words every
You
stream.
flashbanged the AI with words.
I
Yeah.
did.
what is it?
The poor algorithm, man. What the hell?
Yeah, that poor algorithm.
It
You
didn't
forced
deserve his.
you forced that algorithm to transcribe forbidden words.
Oh, God.
I exist, and it's even outside of humanity's problem.
Indeed. But yeah, so this burger. So basically, what I did is I got these 3 pounds of burger meat. I got a whole fucking yellow onion. So what I've been doing with the ShopRite onions, I mean, these are ShopRite onions. These aren't, your farm fresh onion. I've been cutting off the outer, like after I deshell it and all that shit, and I cut off the outer layer.
Yep.
Because it usually, because of ShopRite, it gets pretty tough, and so I've just been cutting off that outer layer. But yeah, I'm fucking minced that shit up with my big old knife, and then I grabbed some garlic and I minced that shit up with my big old knife, and got it really nicely finely chopped, and then I took the 3 pounds of meat and I mixed it together with this chopped garlic and chopped onion, and then I pounded out 3, 4, 5 patties, which makes each patty very roughly. Now, because I'm not a machine and I can't extrude the meat in exact amounts, I got some burgers that are like 0.4 and I got some that are like 0.7, but I got 5 burgers out of it. And I put bacon, pepper jack, cheese, and ketchup on it, and holy shit, it is good. Salt and pepper. It is good.
Very nice.
Yeah. I've been enjoying that.
Yeah, I gotta check the sensor. I gotta see what this clip looks like.
Also, yes, Professor Garlic Manuts.
Alright, what were you saying, Arnie?
Oh, yeah, so, the fart guy. Right?
Yes.
I am 100% sure I actually found him before I met any of you guys in 2012.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Did you read his stories back in the day?
I think I read like 2 chapters. I was like, what the fuck is this? And like,
well, this has been etched into my memory. It's not the same dude. It's not the same dude. But this has been etched into my memory. This was like back in year 1, I think. Back when we just like didn't have a set time that we did this for, and we kind of just like did it until we're like, all right, that's enough internet for the night. And Max, you might remember this. We were reading Pokemon.
Just more than 2 a.m. Oh god.
We were reading Pokemon stories, and one of the Pokemon stories was like, it's Serana's birthday, and she's gonna fart into a cake.
Oh god, why?
What?
Why? I don't want this memory.
The
Can we
cake
not talk
farting
about
story.
this fucking story?
I
Can we
don't
not
want this
talk about this
memory.
fucking story, maybe? Question mark?
I'm gonna give it a 70% chance it's the same thing.
It's not the same. No, because he had a custom avatar picture for that story.
Of
course you did.
I mean, have you gone through all these stories and checked?
I have not gone all through 3,000 of his farting stories to check to see.
Well, understandable. TH.
Yes, Max?
No, I don't want this memory. I'm remembering this a little bit. Why would you go back to this?
It just came to me. I'm sitting here, I'm drinking, it just came to me. I was like, oh, hey, Max will probably remember this.
You made this man remember suffering.
I excellent.
I still remember the time for that one Naruto story where it
Which
was like a live Kushina Minato, and Naruto had two sisters, and like the author was like the twin brother or twin sister of Naruto, and they had the double bunk queen bed.
Oh yeah, that
And
was great though. 'Cause we discovered that those were things.
we spent like 50 minutes sitting there calculating out the size of the room involved in this story, because the author just kept adding things to the room. They're like, oh yeah, I had a massive closet and like this big dresser with this big mirror on it. Oh, I think it was a twin sister because she was talking about makeup. And it had this big standing mirror as well, and they had an attached bathroom and two queen beds, and we were just sitting there like, how fucking big is this room? Every single time they added a new detail, the room gained like an extra 100 square feet.
Yeah, it was wild.
And then we found out that queen bunk beds is actually a thing, and they actually look kind of cool.
Yeah, they're kind of cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah, let me pull up a picture of them.
Your stream's eternally buffering for me, so I think I'm not gonna have much luck seeing it. No, there it is.
Yeah, I'm gonna refresh my stream as well.
Wait, those look cool. Wait, I think I had one of those as a kid.
A queen-sized bunk bed?
Yeah, this is the same picture that we found. Yeah, this.
That's pretty bold.
Yeah.
It might be a double bed bunk bed I had. But yeah, the bottom one was bigger, the top one was a single bunk.
That's huge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huge.
It's huge.
It's huge, isn't it?
Bloody huge.
That's what she said. It's so huge. Oh.
And meanwhile, it's just like, I would not trust this at all.
No, that looks sketch.
No, it looks fun.
I mean, like the atmosphere of the picture gives me like getting to crack house vibe. Not quite.
Yeah, a little bit.
It's like approaching. Like, give it a year or two.
Oh, dude, I remember these, bro. Do you guys ever remember the era of elevated beds, and then underneath the bed you would put like your desk and shit?
Yes,
People still fucking do that.
Wasn't really much of a thing here, but yeah, I've seen a lot of it.
People still fucking do that. I've seen people do that in their fucking homes, and they're not even students.
I mean, if you want to save on space, it does kind of make sense to do, but that's about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I can understand if you're living on your own in like a single room, then.
But no,
yeah,
I mean,
you
like
obviously
back in my childhood, it was actually this like huge fad where I had like pretty much like half of my friends maybe had these sort of like setups. Like I had this setup where like I slept on the top bed and the entire bottom section had been like turned into like this desk area and shit.
Yeah.
You all right there, Nose?
Trying to fucking fix something with my mic. Sorry.
All right. Well, while you do that, can you not moan into it? That would be great. Thanks.
Jesus.
Sorry. The fucking chair is just like stopped moving backwards.
Because we just had a moment of silence, and then we just start hearing moans come from your mic, and it's like, buddy.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I'm trying to fucking like reach like halfway like across the fucking room just to get this fucking chair thing because it's the bottom of the chair.
What the hell is TRTF?
TRTF.
Fuck. What? Is this a
Uh,
crossover or something?
Yeah, it's a crossover, but it's a
Hold on.
FNAF only.
What's a
The Return to
crossover if I can't
Freddy's.
see it.
It's a random game.
The Return to Freddy's. Oh,
Oh
is that
my
the circus comic?
No, it's a fan game apparently.
Oh. Moving on, a FNAF security breach 3-star ending fanfic.
Bruh.
After Freddy and Gregory manage to defeat Gliptrap and free Vanessa from Vanny, they are unsure of what to do with their lives. Together, along with a bunch of OCs, they will learn how to move on, inspired by Hilltopped Vanny redeemed 3-star ending from FNAF Security Breach, based on the ideas of Yeagle, Deeren, Kathleen.
Garbage.
Huh?
Those were words.
Yeah. 100 souls for one life. The two childhood friends are looking for a job at a newly opened ambitious restaurant. Little do they know that by tying their lives to the restaurant and its mysterious owner, they made the biggest mistake in their lives. After witnessing the horror that rests beneath the pizzeria, neither they nor their families can ever be safe again. Featuring the man behind the murders, Ennard, Michael Afton, and Elizabeth Afton.
God.
Oh, God. Well, what's in the crossover section?
Trash.
No.
And Plot Man. Trash and
The
Plot Man.
biggest crossovers are My Little Pony.
That's, yeah.
Okay. Followed by Harry Potter. I mean,
Of course.
I guess.
Yeah.
Sonic the Hedgehog?
Why is
Yeah.
Sonic the fucking Hedgehog?
Yeah.
Undertale is kind of expected. Because, you know, the whole child soul thing, you know.
Yeah.
Then Ruby, Gravity Falls, Pokemon, and Naruto come up next. What? Followed
What the
by
fuck is Naruto doing
Percy
there?
Jackson?
Mhm.
Why? Okay,
Oh, I
wait.
know why.
Hold on.
Okay,
Supernatural
these are all
FNAF
fanfictions from
stories.
people that grew up at the same time.
Well, I'm gonna be
These are-
honest, Supernatural can sort of make sense, I guess.
I would love to see the
You have
Winchester
to come see
brothers
Supernatural.
Okay, so I know
fight
exactly why that
animatronics.
is. All of
They
these-
salt and burn them.
Not only they saw it burn, they would burn the whole damn place down.
They burn the whole place down and salt it, yes. They go in, guns blazing, kill everything, salt and burn it, done.
Dan.
Oh god.
Job Dan.
Oh, the Fox and the Mutt. Back in the 80s, first mate Coco was kidnapped. Since then,
No,
her captain
no, no.
and their crew have been
Right.
destroying
No.
every ship that enters the Bermuda Triangle in hopes of finding her. In 2015, after a ship was destroyed with barely any survivors, Sam, Dean, and Lily must solve the case of the murderous pirate animatronics and bring peace back to the pirates stuck in the past. Foxy times OC.
No.
No.
Why?
Jeez.
Also,
immediate-
I don't know why, but when you first said Coco, I was like, why is this a Crash Bandicoot crossover?
Well, that would be infinitely better, so of course we're not getting that.
No.
5 Nights. Hey, guys, can you tell if they are a Supernatural fan by their name? Let me read their name for you and see if they are a Supernatural fan.
Do we
Okay.
have
Crossroad Deals.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I have not watched Supernatural.
God,
I'm
they
fucking gone.
yeah. So basically, the thing is that for like maybe the first what would you guys say the first 4 or 5 seasons, Sam and Dean. So there's this part of the supernatural world in Supernatural is the idea of crossroad demons, where if you bury a box containing a request, a demon would show up and offer you a trade for your request.
Mhm.
Your soul for the request.
Well, not always. Just
Sometimes you can trade in deals, yes.
yeah, just usually, if you were dumb. And So Sam and Dean, knowing this, abused the shit out of it to the point where they made even meta jokes about it, where at one point the Crossroad Demon shows up, looks at them, and goes, "God fucking damn it, not you guys again."
Yeah, shit is great.
You can't keep doing this. No one wants to deal with you anymore.
So every time we tell you fuckers one of us dies.
I imagine that's kind of the plan.
Every time one of us helps you, we die.
Yeah.
Well, maybe if you would stop backstabbing us. Well, maybe
And
if you
then-
would fucking die.
And then, if they manage to actually collect them all, some motherfucker comes and resurrects your ass, so there's no point to it anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because of that fucking prophecy.
Oh, God.
You know what? If you're not going to take this deal seriously, I'm leaving. I'm going back to hell. Fuck you.
Which was Crowley's entire thing at one point. It's just like,
Yeah.
nope, I'm fucking done with you.
Oh, God. See, you know, you can give Supernatural a lot of shit for quite a number of things. Some of that writing was very on point.
Yeah.
Some of it was absolute garbage.
Well, obviously, duh.
Yes.
But some of that writing was absolutely on point.
Wasn't there an episode where they made fun of the fucking incest shippers as well?
Yes.
In front of the what?
Yeah, so basically there was this episode, I believe this was in season 10, if I'm recalling correctly, where Sam and Dean are tracking down a ghost killer, and it's haunting a school, so they show up at the school, and they thought the school was closed, I think it was, when they showed up, so they're like, oh, we'll investigate, but actually a group of kids were putting on a play. The play...
The supernatural play.
It was not just a supernatural play. It was a supernatural play based on a fan fiction that one of them had written about Sam times Dean.
Yeah. I remember that trash. I skipped that episode.
That episode was actually kind of funny.
It was so cringe.
Another funny meta episode was the Winchester Brothers convention, where all the Supernatural fans showed up, and they all looked similar to Sam and Dean.
I remember the one up in the real world.
And Chuck wrote Supernatural as a book, and they were all showing up for that.
Yeah.
Oh god, that was such bullshit. It was an ass pull.
Yes, it's supernatural.
Did you ever watch the whole thing?
Yes, except I skipped the very last episode because it stopped the episode before that.
Yeah. I was gonna say, if God literally decides to write a book about you, then I mean it's meta commentary. It was clever. Okay, you know, I'm not saying to say it's good. It was clever.
It was clever.
Okay, yes, it was clever, but also wasn't that guy the literal director or series writer of the show?
Yes.
Yeah, that's a little too meta.
Yeah. But you could definitely feel the satisfaction when they punched him in the face in that final episode.
Oh, it was fucking great.
Supernatural hunters Sam and Dean stumble across an old cold case featuring a strange occurrence of a long-since closed-up child restaurant chain. After hearing about the local fright attraction built in tribute to the restaurant, apparently featuring relics from the closed-down location, the brothers realize the story may not be over yet. Okay, actually, that sounds like the most legitimate crossover so far.
Yeah.
Of them going, oh, a bunch of kids died brutally here and in massive amounts of pain. Oh, shit.
It sounds like a clown episode.
Oh, man. Oh, they're displaying them at a facility now. I think that facility is going to be haunted. We should probably go burn it down. Yep.
Yeah, that sounds like the clown episode where they go to the pizzeria and there's fucking clowns.
Murder clowns, yeah.
Yeah, the murder clown.
Yeah. Oh god, this gets beyond meta. And it's only 800 words, unsurprisingly.
Of course.
In Salado, Texas, an actual Freddy Fourbear's pizzeria was built to honor Scott Cathern's great achievements in the gaming industry. But after a mother gets her hand bit off trying to prove to her child that the monster under the bed wasn't real, Sam and Dean have to figure out what's causing the robots to go bump in the night.
Start and burn.
Children's souls. We already know.
It's children's soul. Yep, here we go. 7 Nights with the Winchesters. Dean times Sam. Yep. Those people.
God.
God, I fucking hate those people.
Hans, get the Flammenwerfer.
Poor Atin.
Hans, get the Flammenwerfer.
Sam and Dean go to Five Nights at Freddy's. Dean
I
times
think one of my favorite
Castiel.
things is one of the first times I met Sneaky
Yeah.
was because he heard a particular individual
Make a supernatural joke at
a
him.
supernatural joke to me.
Yeah.
This particular individual.
And the thing that made Sneaky take notice of me was, I believe, it was the fact that my eyes looked like they were going to kill him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I've heard this
Nice.
story. I think I've heard this story before, yeah.
Probably.
Who was the person again? Because I'm pretty sure you brought it up and that it was like another fanfiction author.
No, it wasn't.
No.
It wasn't.
No,
another
this
thing.
was this was at college.
Yeah.
This was, well, I mean, there's a possibility that individual was a fanfiction author.
You know, they probably, by how passionately they talked about it, they probably were a Sam times Dean fanfiction author.
Ew.
They were especially excited when they found out that I had a sibling. They were like, "Oh, you got a brother?" I was like,
Oh.
No.
Was this a
no,
woman?
no.
Abort.
Yes.
Abort. Abort.
No, Sneaky. It was the gay guy.
Oh, right.
Ew.
The Mass Effect shipper guy. Remember?
Yes, him. Yep.
Oh dear.
Double abort. Can I get a triple abort?
This is no longer a Hans gets the Flammenwerfer moment. This is a MacArthur, get the nukes.
Yeah. I will say,
Get the cobalt belt.
that does remind me of a completely unrelated story about those college days, those halcyon days.
I thought you were going to be reminded of that individual.
No, I drink to forget.
Does it work?
You know damn well that doesn't work.
Does it? Yeah.
What was his name? Fritz? The really obnoxious hippie with the toe shoes.
Do you have the slightest
Do you
idea
have
how little
any
that
idea how
narrows it
little
fucking
that
down?
narrows that down?
The feminist cuck.
Do you have any idea how little that narrows it down?
This is Champlain!
This is college.
Okay, I'm
I'm sorry,
of the game
I'm not
dev.
trying to be a sarcastic asshole. I really don't
He was
remember
one
that
of the
guy.
2 game design teachers. For freshmen.
Not the one who worked at id.
No, the other one. The younger one.
Because there was the guy who never shut up about the fact that he worked under Carmack.
Yes.
And then the other guy that I don't remember. What's funny, despite his he was the far easier to deal with professor.
Yeah, but he also graded everything 5 weeks late.
That's true, but he also took your submissions 4 weeks late.
Also true.
Understandable.
But anyway, so one day he comes in, he's like, "All right, guys, here's your prompt for today. You're gonna come up with a game. This is the prompt. A game you can play while shopping. It's a mobile game. Your target audience is mothers between 20 and 30.
Oh no.
I mean, in the professor's defense, he was like, "I am going to teach you how to make games that make money."
Yes.
Was how he opens the class.
Yeah.
So there was a heavy emphasis on mobile and mobile design, and
profit.
believe it or not, mothers in the 20 to 34
Well,
range.
also target market.
Yeah,
Making sure that when you're making a game, you made it for your target market, not because you wanted to make it.
Yeah.
Which, depressing as all hell.
Yes.
Probably pretty valuable.
Yes.
Yeah.
So my team, they were fucking proud of this. Wait, no, it wasn't our team. It was the team before us that really pissed him off. So the team before us goes up, and they're proud, right? They're proud of their idea because they thought they had it fucking cracked. They had it on point. They cracked the code. So they
Spoiler! They did not. Now, I want to be clear. I was not in that class. I was not in Sneaky's class. I was a year behind Sneaky.
Yeah. They start
But-
presenting.
But I know this professor, so I can imagine, because we too had a group that believed they cracked the code. Please continue, Sneaky.
Yeah, and you know this professor, so you can imagine the look on his face. So target market, 20 to 30-year-old mothers, mobile game app. Their idea was a mobile game in where you play as a cart catcher as you're a mother and you drag your finger across the bottom of the screen with a shopping cart to catch the falling groceries.
But
What?
No.
Okay.
Yeah,
I can see they would go for it
as
though.
you're strolling along,
And they present this, and he just looks at them, and he's like, "Are you fucking kidding me right now?"
by the way, I will point out one of the most base things at Champlain, professors were absolutely free to say that exact phrase to you.
He was like, "Are you fucking kidding me right now? If you're serious, drop the class."
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
seriously,
Did they?
professors could say that penalty-free to people.
Cause he was like, "Are you fucking serious? Are you really think that a mother who is currently grocery shopping wants to play a game where she's grocery shopping?"
Women, yes.
Did he say yes? Please tell me he said yes. That'd be infinitely hilarious.
The team tried to defend their idea.
How old?
Oh no, that was not the professor to
Yeah,
Look,
that professor did not
if
like it.
Chuck disagreed with you, you could sway him with logic. If the Carmack professor woke up on the right side of the bed, you could defend yourself with logic. Credit to most of the philosophy and ethics professors.
Yeah.
You could usually defend yourself with logic to them.
Mhm.
No, not this man.
Ferdinand? Yeah, no, he
This man would call you a stupid motherfucker.
yeah, he was,
I mean, usually I assume that was deserved.
sometimes. Some other times he would go on rants about how sexist and racist the game they presented was.
I mean, that's
So he's a moron.
Mm.
Not a lot of people really liked his class. So, you know, take it for what you will.
Mhm.
But yeah, it was just a moment of like, guys, really?
Yeah.
like for as many problems as that professor had, he was like when my group 3 weeks into the group project took everything that 3 of us had done and went to the professor and said group member number 4 ain't doing jack. And since the job was to make a demo and he was our programmer,
Yeah.
Mm.
oh,
Hmm.
no.
I imagine that definitely caused some issues.
it did, but the professor just said, okay, try to get him to finish it, but I'm gonna make a note, and we watched him make a note that concerned group members came to me about X group member not doing any programming. If they do not have the 2-minute slice of vertical gameplay, it won't be held against their grades.
Just his.
Yes.
I still remember the game jams. The one specifically that was before you
Game
guys
jams are
showed
pretty
up.
good.
We
Wait, what?
During my freshman year, so before you guys showed up. Our
Mm.
game jam had an all developer team. So their game actually had a lot of great ideas that could be like a nice little short little game. But they weren't artists, so it looked like shit, and they weren't programmers, so it played like shit. And it was a buggy mess. And then we had the all artist team, and goddamn, their game looks great, but it couldn't play for shit, and no one had any idea what was going on plot wise. And then we had the all programmer team.
For best game for Xbox Live Arcade.
Yes. And then we had the all programmer team, whose game actually ran. It had a physics engine. It had sandbox mode, but everything was polygons.
Yeah, that's about right.
Yeah.
And at the end of the game jam, the professors running it just turned to us and went, "Why did you guys all group up by your major? Didn't anyone see a problem with this?"
No?
Oh.
Of course, they didn't see a problem.
And by our
Bro,
powers combined,
they were
we
with
can
all
make
of their friends.
one
Why would there be a
mediocre game.
problem?
Oh god.
Amazing.
Another great feature of the programmer's game I remember was the it crashed about 7 times when they tried to boot it up because of rogue code that someone had added at last second at the release.
Oof.
Why did someone add broke? What the fuck?
Because they all tried to upload to the master branch at the same time. So a bunch of their changes were overlapping.
Oh no.
Oh dear.
And of course, the programmer team were the ones to blow the first fuse. As the computer started to spin up and the fans started to whine, and then the fuse blows.
Speaking of blown fuses, so I go in 6:30 usual time.
Yeah.
I get into the factory. Because I work.
Did you check on the dead bodies?
Yeah, I work in the procurement department, and as such, our offices are adjacent to the production floor because it's important for us to be able to walk out there. I get in and I go, something's wrong here, right? But I don't know what yet. My brain hasn't quite figured it out. And I stand there for a second and I go, oh, I don't hear anything. And I look and I'm like, it seems kind of dark over there. And it turns out the master fuse box for the rear half of the factory just
stopped working.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No resistance on the master breaker.
Nice. Did you slap an iron bar in there?
We already told them about that.
Yeah, that joke was already made this morning.
I'm aware. I'll make it again.
But so yeah, and later on, I had a meeting up in the executive conference room, and most of the executive staff is up there. And someone's like, "Okay, so what's going on with the breaker?" And the scheduling manager's up there, and he goes, "Well, they told us it's either going to be a 30-minute fix. Oh, that's great. Or a 4-hour fix."
Oh no.
It was a 4-hour fix.
Speaking of which, for me, this actually happened yesterday. So I'm sitting here, I'm doing my job. I'm typing up this email.
Wild.
I know. And all of a sudden I hear boom, and all of the power goes out. And I go,
that's unfortunate.
Oh, that was the transformer.
Houston, we have several problems.
I was like, oh boy. Good news
This
is
somehow your fault.
No,
However-
Houston, we are a problem.
Houston, we are the problem.
I am the problem.
No,
decided to become
thankfully,
ungovernable.
there was a backup transformer, so they switched power.
Damn, they got Bumblebee as well?
Yes, like 19 people made that joke to me.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Oh, Sneaky. Do you remember the footage I sent you from when
Someone decided to
the-
park in your lobby?
No, well, yes, but no, I was referring to the video footage from when the transformer down the street was completely slagged.
No, I don't think I remember that one.
I swear. No, the one where we had the one functioning strobe light.
Oh, yes.
That wasn't a strobe light.
Yes. It's now a strobe light.
Becomes strobe
You
light.
Transformer arcade.
Yes.
That's right. Becomes strobe.
Listen, the transformer was doing a lot of things, none of which are none of which a healthy transformer ought to be doing. All we ever learned was that the transformer was struck directly by lightning.
Nice.
Oh.
Oh.
How did it get directly
Also-
hit by lightning? The fuck?
We don't know, but somehow the lightning bolt decided, fuck this transformer.
Fuck this transformer.
Fuck this
specifically.
transformer in particular.
Zeus
Yeah.
looked down
You know,
and said, I hate that.
I didn't. I'm more
One day,
concerned.
because he-
Unfortunately, Zeus was
Zeus-
horny.
Zeus hated it because he couldn't fuck it. So
You
he
know,
fucked it up.
I'm
Well,
more
No,
concerned.
he did fuck it. He did fuck
Yeah,
it.
he
That's what
probably did.
happened.
Yeah. He said, "Fuck this transformer."
And then he
I'm,
did,
I'm more
okay.
concerned about the fact that the transformer was able to afford a power punch.
I'm gonna fucking.
Listen, man, all I know is we stuck around there for half the morning and then we were told go home.
Nice.
So fucking imagine. John, who installed a strobe light on the fucking...
Oh no, it was
light
great
post?
because I got there. I
That's
I
not
was the
strobe
first
light.
person to get to the office that morning, and I get there, and I'm looking and I'm going. Right now, of course, we're not barbarians. We turn out the lights when we leave at the end of the day.
Mm-hmm.
As
But-
one does.
But I'm like, the one light that's right, the one quote unquote emergency light is just kind of flickering.
Oh, the emergency light's flickering.
Oh no.
The emergency light is flickering.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh, I see. And I get in there, and I just hear this. Right? The constant low level electrical hum. And I'm like, this is not like
No.
ideal. But I sit down, I turn on my computer, nothing happened. The computer turns on, nothing bad happens. I go, I log in, I punch in, get my time card, and then I try to connect to the system.
Mm,
And that does not work.
yeah.
That does not work at all.
Mm.
Oh dear.
And so I sit there. It's too early in the morning to call our IT, our outsourced IT people.
Oh no.
You don't have 24-hour on call ID?
What we do, but we're not supposed to use it for unless it's like a critical emergency. And I checked out on the
I'm
factory
sorry,
floor.
the transformer fucking arcing wasn't a critical emergency.
Well,
Actually,
okay, to be fair, that's not an IT problem.
now, hold on. To be fair, we have gotten that call before. Hey,
Yeah.
our
Yeah, I've
transformer's
got that call
arcing, and
before.
I'm just like, well, what the fuck do you want me to do about it?
Yeah.
Not
You
my
want me to
equipment.
do?
Have you tried turning it on and off again?
Have you hit Alt F4 on it?
Go throw a rock with unshielded copper wire wrapped around it. At it.
Yes. Try
Is it?
percussive maintenance. That should
Is
work.
it? Is Doom
Handle
playing
it.
on it? Can you play Doom on it right now?
Are you not aware of what a rock with copper wire wrapped around it does to a fucking power line?
I've seen.
Oh, I am aware.
Yeah.
I cast lightning bolt.
The fucking noise is so good.
But no,
Good
I
childhood
actually have
memories.
a UPS story. So basically, we get a call one day. Guy's like, yeah, so my shit keeps shutting down, and we're like, oh, that's not good.
That sounds like a personal problem, but continue.
And he's like, yeah, The UPS says it's 100%. I'm like, well, how long have you had the UPS? He's like, it's about 6 years now. I'm like, oh. Okay. Well, do a quick battery check for me. He goes, well, what do you mean? It says 100%. I'm like, I'll just unplug the UPS and we'll see how fast it drains. He goes, all right, fine. So he unplugs the UPS and that's shit. That went from 100% to 2% in the span of 5 seconds. He's like, yeah, I think I found the problem.
That thing's fucked.
So we bought a new battery for him. Then he calls me back again. He's like, so we bought the battery for this, but it doesn't fit. I'm like, what do you mean it doesn't fit? He's like, it doesn't fit. I was like, well, have you tried putting it in like the other battery? He's like, yeah, we tried putting it in like the other battery. It doesn't fit. I was like, well, that's the battery for the power pack. Well, no, he's like, oh, wait, hold on, I'm looking at this here. It looks like we have to rehouse the cables. And I was like, okay, can you do that? He's like, yeah, we got the tools here. It's just gonna be annoying. I'm like, okay, well, good luck with that.
All right, good luck, buddy. I'm out.
Good luck.
What am I gonna do? Guide him over the phone on how to shear a cable and resheath it?
Yes. Why didn't
Yes, that's your fucking job.
No, it's not.
Also, I swear, I thought that it would be, oh, it doesn't fit, but he didn't take the previous battery out. Just he was trying to put a new one in along with the old one.
Yeah. Look, so I asked a user one time if their printer was plugged in to their computer. And they said yes. So I'm looking and I can't find a USB connection between the printer and the computer. I'm like, okay, well, can you unplug the printer cable and the computer cable and then plug it back into maybe a different slot too? And she goes, okay, I can do that, but there's only one slot on the computer the printer plugs into. Now, you got to keep in mind, a lot of these people use new laptops, and a lot of these new laptops use only USB-C, so I'm thinking, okay, maybe this is just one of those, and which, by the way, I checked her laptop. It is one of those laptops. It's got one USB-C port and one USB port. So I was like,
those are terrible design choices.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And so I'm just here assuming, I'm like, okay, well, she's just, she can only plug it into that port. It is what it is. If it's not working, it's not working. And we get about 30 minutes into this debugging attempt, and she finally goes, so I found another cable. I'm like, well, what do you mean you found another cable? She's like, well, it comes from the printer, and it looks like it can go into the computer here.
Never have I wanted to kill myself more than I do.
Sigma, give me strength.
I'm like, what do you mean? And she's like, well, let me show you. And so she plugs it in and the printer pops up. And I'm like, in my head, I'm like, what the fuck have you been unplugging this whole goddamn time then?
You know what? I bet she was unplugging her charger.
Was it a charger? Yeah.
She was unplugging the Ethernet cable on the printer. Because she saw a blue cable go to the printer and a blue cable that went to her laptop, and she just assumed that it was the same cable.
Yes, that totally makes sense, you fucking dumbass.
And I'm just like, okay, well, you know what? Take the wins where we get them. I'm glad we could fix the issue for you, ma'am. And she's like, yeah, thank you.
Was she at all embarrassed about this?
She was not embarrassed at all, because
she wasn't.
She just doesn't understand enough. She thought she was just plugging in the wrong cable the whole time.
Moron.
Oh, wow.
Sub 80 IQ moron.
Yeah.
There's some people.
Moran.
No, they were the old white woman. Yeah.
Oh, Emperor, give me strength to not kill every single one of these people.
But yeah, I've had some cases where they're like, I don't know what's going on with my computer. My mouse doesn't work. I'm like, well, is the mouse plugged in? Oh, no, it wasn't.
Yep, had those.
But you know what? I do get people that are like, okay, so look, I'm calling you guys. I've already restarted the computer twice. I've logged in. You know, I checked the printer section. There's no printers there. Which, it's always a 50-50 with those people, because sometimes I go into the add printer section and then the printer will pop up. They just had to wait for the list to populate.
Mm.
And sometimes the printer's fucked. And we had to, like, reset the whole damn thing and reset its IP address and... Yeah, so... Yeah, it's 50-50. But speaking of 50-50, Gravity Falls Five Nights at Freddy's story called Pitfalls. Dimensional travel, while not uncommon, wasn't something they necessarily wanted to seek out given their history. But of course, it was just his luck that Mike ended up getting sent to another universe with no way home. He'd have to do his best to lay low and wait for his family to come get him. Easier said than done. A second crossover with an AU universe called the Pixelokita.
Really?
Wait, did they...
No.
Wait, hold on.
Yeah.
Did the fucking FNAF character go to Gravity Falls then? Because there are no Gravity Falls characters.
Yes.
Well, how? Why?
Yeah.
Fuck you, that's why.
Yeah.
If it was like, they opened a chain in Gravity Falls and it's extra fucked, I could get.
So
I'd
here's an
understand.
extra fucked story for you. Five Nights at Freddy's Undertale. A rabbit in the underground. The underground has seen an incalculable number of resets. Frisk, Sans, and Flowery are tired of each reset, but in one reset, two new people fall into the underground. Fanny and Gregory. Will these two people break the cycle, or will they just simply become part of it? I don't know. Will the mass murderer and robot child become part of the cycle, or will they break free?
Who fucking knows? And who cares?
Here is
Who
some
could ever
blasphemy for
possibly
you
guess
guys.
this?
Here's some blasphemy for you guys. So we have True Family is Security. When Lloyd and his wife Yor bring their daughter Anya to Fazbear's for a glam rock concert, they get tangled up in the mystery, and Anya is separated and meets Gregory. Will the two children be able to escape the Pizzaplex and stop Fanny from unleashing her ultimate plan? This is a request for Dream 1990.
Haram acts with death swiftly.
Excellent. Gentlemen, we know who must perish.
Indeed.
Mashallah.
Yes.
Inshallah.
1990. That's the amount of seconds you have to live. Run.
Whoa, death be upon ye.
You're already dead.
Nice cock.
Thanks.
You know what's even better than a Spy Times Family Five Nights at Freddy's story? A Don Machi Five Nights at Freddy's story.
Oh.
Is it?
What? No, please, no.
Is it wrong for a ghost to defeat Evilus in the Dark Age? Michael Afton thought after the simulation pizzeria, during the fire, everything would finally end, and he would be reunited with his brothers or pay for his sins in fiery hell. But apparently, for the greatest of the Aftons, there is no rest, as he is now in the fantasy world going through a very dark age, featuring such characters as Vanessa and Michael Afton in Don Machi.
Wait, who's...
Why?
Oh, right,
Stop.
Vanessa.
Yeah.
Vanessa is the security guard from the fucking...
US one or whatever,
the
yeah.
newest one. I think it's...
Oh, hey, Nose, it's
the
your
one that got a
favorite
bunch of-
story.
The one who's the one who dresses up as a crazy rabbit person.
Shut the
Yes.
fuck
Yeah.
up.
It's based the security guard that has big tits that everyone made ara out of.
So anyway, Little Gangs, crossover of pretty much every story ever. The gods are angry, and the absence of the embodiments of wholesomeness and toxicity has led to an imbalanced internet, which has descended into a state of chaos. It is up to a bunch of unlikely individuals from every franchise to exist from opposing sides in the emerging gangland wars that are spiraling into something the internet cannot recover from. A Five Nights at Freddy's story and Hat in Time crossover with Mega
You leave Hat
Crossover
in Time
Universe.
One cat game.
6,000 words. Hold on. 9 chapters, 6,000 words.
Yeah,
What
this
in the fuck?
this story is totally gonna go somewhere, guys, I swear.
Yep.
Oh god. Wait, what the fuck? Toy arc? Wait, what?
Is this a Toy Story Five Nights at Freddy's
No.
one?
Thank God.
Yeah.
Second Chance Volume 1. There will be slow updates for this story. No, you don't say. 2019 original published date, updated February 10th, currently sitting at 30,000 words. My dude, that is not slow updates, that is fucking glacial.
18 chapters.
Revenge, while satisfying, can leave you without a purpose. While some have to move forward, some are stuck in the past. Can fate be easily changed when one person refuses to let go? Let's see how the characters of Five Nights at Freddy's and Ruby get through the changes. Currently updating the Toy John arc.
Toy
There is no
John.
John.
Toy
There is no John there. There is no John there. That was
No,
sneaky.
I'm just kidding. It's currently doing Five Nights at Freddy's too. So for some reason, Team Ruby and Ozpin have shown up in Five Nights at Freddy's 1 and 2, and they're currently redeeming the souls of the animatronics by being security guards.
No.
I want you to
No.
take everything you just said, gun, and never speak again.
Yes.
I have a new game for you. It's called Pokemon Gun. Shut the fuck up.
By the way, have we read Pokemon since the release of Scarlet? See what new trash has come out?
I really
you know
don't
what? We
want
haven't.
to.
No.
Great idea.
We have
Please
not.
never speak again.
You can't force me to, only Sneaky
What
can.
a great idea! Never.
What a great
speak again.
idea. Please get into the range of this Dickermax so I may show you another great idea.
Wait, your Dickermax? Why do you have a Dickomax?
Do you not know the name of the funniest tank?
Oh, it's not a tank. It's self-propelled gun, technically.
Heck, Arn?
Yeah.
I don't want to hear your fucking War Thunder facts. Shut the fuck up. It's a funny tank.
Hey, we can't say that word around here.
Yeah, that's a
national
forbidden word,
security
man.
threat.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
banned,
You
man.
better shut up. You better shut up before he leaks military secrets.
I always pegged you as a military secret leaker.
Mom's a military secret. I apologize for my.
Your
conduct.
average military secret leaker enjoyer versus your virgin World of Tanks player.
Exactly. Yes, the Dickermax. What a Chad fucking vehicle.
See, I always loved the Americans' attempt at self-propelled guns because it was much like the Soviet attempt at self-propelled guns, where it was just, how big of a gun can we put on the flatbed?
Yeah.
As
And
big as we
Sneaky,
need.
don't forget one of the most
Time.
important versions of the American self-propelled gun, which eventually became a tank hunter.
True, yeah.
Well, have you guys forgotten about the T-95? Because that's kind of like the opposite.
Of a tank?
We don't talk
hunter?
about the T-95 here.
No,
sir.
you should talk about the T-95. It's the opposite of
We
what
don't
Sneaky
want
said.
to talk about the T-95.
It's the Doom Turtle.
Which one was that? Nukes.
Yes, the Doom turret, yes.
Doom
Yeah.
Turtle, yeah.
Yeah.
It's so fucking good. I love it.
My favorite is definitely the Lee for most obnoxious tank of World War II.
The Lee was dog shit.
The Lee was so fucking bad.
Actually, dog shit.
I did like the Stuart. I did like the American approach with the Stuart, which was, what if we just made it fast?
Yeah.
Haha, tank go.
Fast is good.
Yeah.
I still
Well,
remember
that's a-
streaming I still remember
Absolutely.
streaming playing the Stewart in realism mode as I just fucking skated around people, quite literally super driftoing behind them and blowing up their engine.
Yeah. It's about right.
It's like, oh, what's my speed? 3 times yours? Okay.
Yeah.
What's my speed? Better than yours. Oh, okay.
I'm gonna go fast.
What's my speed? More than yours, kid.
Oh god, the Stewart.
Aaron, what in the absolute fuck is that you just posted?
What, T95?
What am I looking at?
You
The Doom
are
I
looking.
zoomed out. I zoomed out.
What's
for
wrong
like
with the
2
T95?
minutes.
You're looking at the
Don't
Doom
you like
Turtle.
What? Don't you like the Doom Turtle?
What? Why is it built like that?
You know, I will
Why
say.
not?
Doom Turtle.
Door
They looked at the deserts
You
and
know-
they were like, you know what? We should make something that'll be really popular for no reason in the future.
Yeah.
You
The
know,
British
I-
try to do the same, but
Flat
it's
fuck
worse.
Friday indeed.
I'm not a huge fan, typically, of spending money on free-to-play games. But I did spend quite a bit of money on War Thunder during the Panzerfaust. What was it called? The Panzerschwab, whatever the fuck it was called.
No, the Storm Tiger?
The Sturm Tiger, yeah, the Sturm Tiger event, where they were selling everything for like 80% off, and I was like, okay, well, they're never gonna do this again, basically.
The Storm Tiger.
So I bought it all. I didn't buy everything, obviously. I just bought a lot of things, specifically Russian things, specifically the Russian one with yeah, the angry Minecraft cube. Yeah. Look at that boar. Oh, that's an adorable boar.
Yeah, that's 380mm rocket propelled mortar.
Yeah. So anyway,
Yeah.
I bought that.
What?
That's the funny
What?
one-shot machine.
Yeah.
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 Look, this thing launches bombs.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
that
great.
thing-
I love it.
I remember using that thing in Company of Heroes 2 and just watching it delete a fucking
It-
Panzer. It's great.
It has as much explosive mass as a 500-pound bomb.
It's great. I love it.
It's not size, it's how you use
That's
it.
a nice German tank you had there.
But what I
With your
did buy
real
a
chain
lot
walls
of is all the
added to it.
Russian tanks
It's
were
German.
on major sale, and so what I did was I bought a bunch of tier 1, like
All the
T1,
Russian tanks are always on
T1.5
sale.
Russian tanks, and specifically the one with the Katusha rack.
Ah, yes, that one. It's dog shit, but I love it.
It's so dog shit, but it is so much fun to just be like, rockets in this direction.
Wait, Sneaky, have you seen the RBT-5?
Your dad will skadoodle like Test Rocket.
Hang on. You gotta see the RBT-5, because it is the funniest fucking thing Russia ever
Oh,
made.
yes, the tank torpedo. Yes.
Yes. I love it.
What the
I
fuck?
love
The what?
Yes.
Yes.
The tank
What the
torpedo.
fuck am I looking at?
It's
Oh,
a light tank with two, I think it's 420mm
Yeah.
tank torpedoes on top.
Yes.
And it is
I
the
think,
greatest
I
thing
think someone's
ever.
fundamentally misunderstood the word light.
No.
Or
Lights
torpedo.
No.
It's fun.
Yep, tank torpedoes. That is the
Much
technical
like
term.
a
To be
Bradley,
fair, it's
It's
a
great.
light
Small
tank
arms.
because if
This
something
is a
so
light-
much it sneezes in its direction, it's gonna fucking blow up.
I will say
Well,
I really
yeah, that's why you
do.
launch them
Yeah,
first.
that's why I really enjoy playing low tier with the Americans.
Low tier is fun tier.
Low
honestly.
tier with the Americans is just hilariously fun because you just step in to the Americans' idea of what AA is, and the Americans' idea of what AA is we just attached 8 Brownings to each other and just fired them simultaneously.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's about everyone's idea of AA at that tier.
If it works, it works.
Motherfucker, fuck yeah.
Okay.
It's just
And-
more gun.
And much like a Bradley is small arms, this is a light torpedo.
Yeah, small arms, light torpedo. Don't worry about it.
It's like
Okay.
It's light tank, you know?
God, War Thunder.
Yeah. It's almost fun.
It's always edging
What
the
an
fun. It's
endorsement.
on the edge of
Yeah.
fun every time you play
yeah. Well, that should be like the fucking motto of War Thunder, honestly.
The
It's
edge of
almost
fun.
Yeah.
No, no, hang on. Its motto should be almost fun and X days without leaking military secrets.
Actually,
Yeah.
I believe the official War Thunder Twitter has actually officially posted a tweet saying it has been X days without one of our users leaking military secrets.
Yeah.
Wow. I know they came out and begged people to stop doing it.
Yeah,
they-
funny thing is,
You
like,
act like that would stop people.
After
they've said
And
several
then-
times they will not use classified
Yeah,
information, even if it's leaked.
Yeah, that's my favorite part.
Their fans tried
Guys,
to give him schematics and blueprints about the balloon, right, recently, and they're just like,
Yeah.
no, we don't want it.
no, they're
We're
like,
not
guys, we already told you, we're not gonna use it. We don't care what you think.
Yeah.
Too bad, you're getting it anyway.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, no, but it's right. It's an important bit of legal sophistry. Of we have explicitly told you, we've explicitly said that we don't use it. They've explicitly gone out of their way to not use it, and we've explicitly gone out and publicly told all of our users not to do this. Your government cannot be mad enough. Even the Chinese government was like, "Yeah,
Yeah.
look, we can't. We don't like that they did it, but we recognize." That it is out of your hands what our idiot soldiers choose to put on your forums.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
The end
It's
goal
CY.
of all War Thunder Forum users is to get the game fucking destroyed by a coalition of all world governments.
I
Look,
thought
right,
that the goal of all
it's-
War Thunder players was to cause a world war.
It's the only
Yeah.
way they're ever gonna fucking stop playing the game is if it gets shut down by literally every world government.
Yeah, I mean, hey, yo,
It's a cry for help, honestly.
think about how many productive hours Chinese society has reclaimed by shutting down WoW.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, to be
No,
fair, there's an offset of
double
productive
that.
hours of gold mining not happening.
Not
gold
too
farming not
many
happening.
because they all moved on to Genshin Impact.
I was
Yeah.
about to say
Yes,
that.
that's
Yeah.
true.
I was about to say that.
And also League.
Yeah, that too.
Wait, why'd they
Yeah,
all go to
I'm
Genshin
War Thunder.
Impact?
Because it's
Because it
Chinese.
came from their countries.
Because
Yeah, it's
waifus.
Chinese.
Yeah.
It's fine
There's
as long as you let us
languages.
use it.
Because
You can-
in
Jesus
China,
Christ, okay.
Genshin Impact actually has a major advertising campaign in China.
Yes, okay. I was about
I mean,
to
it's
say, did
Chinese,
you all
yeah.
see what happened when they announced that in one specific, I think, McDonald's or KFC, they
Yes.
would be selling little tokens with the
Yes.
face of two characters,
Yes.
and
Yeah.
they were special? Did you see the fucking
Please do not tell
crowd?
me they were doing fucking gotcha mechanics in fucking McDonald's. Happy
Yes,
Meals.
they were.
Yes.
They were.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow.
God bless.
It's always
It was
been that way unless
fucking
specifically asked.
huge.
They
They
the
stole
line-
the fucking cardboard cutouts of the characters.
Well, hold on now. The sign was returned
Yeah.
The sign was returned.
and then stolen again,
Yeah, but
and then auctioned.
So you heard one of the Genshin Impact voice actors was arrested for being a pedo.
The
Yep.
English voice actor.
Yeah, one of the English VAs.
yeah, they
no,
don't arrest me for that.
who cares? Who cares?
Look,
I'm
all
gonna
of
say
the
they should-
English VAs,
I don't
all
like
of the
that shit.
English VAs that are still in the industry are I'm gonna say like 90% of them are probably like gonna be canceled within the next 5 to 10 years because of the fucked up shit they've done.
Yeah.
There are a few decent ones, but the decent ones
No,
are
that-
also the ones like Vic Mignogna who are
But that's what I'm
already
saying.
being
No, is
killed.
they're not only are they a minority, they're being actively cut out of the community by
Yeah.
their compatriots who are hyper corrupt and are just basically gaming the system to drive out everyone that has a chance of possibly not being a piece of shit. So because the system can't function if people actually aren't terrible. Because if people aren't terrible, that means they'll actually get jobs, which means them bribing, blackmailing, and pressuring people to give them jobs won't work if they can just give the job to someone who isn't doing that.
Yeah, pretty much.
Fair.
So, yeah.
I shall return.
What's this one? Oh, this is the Ruby one. Okay, so let's read this. Night
Yeah,
at
it's about
Freddy
Tommy
Fazbear's
Benefit.
wasn't anything too odd if you knew the right paths. As the leader of the Fazbear gang, the empty corridors where the children roomed was like back of fabric hands. Then again, Freddy Fazbear wasn't one to become afraid of buying alone, even if he despises the feeling. If he had true body, he would have shuddered. Freddy looked around at children's drawings of him and the gang, although he did pause at the drawing of his predecessor, Fredbear. The bear animatronic sighed and kept walking, remembering earlier times. He pauses, however, when his large brown foot taps something unusual. Bending down with slight difficulty, Freddy managed to grab the thing. His eyebrows raised when he noted it was a USB drive. I'm gonna X the doubt there because holy shit, have you seen their hands? They cannot grip shit normally.
Yeah.
No.
Looking around, he opened a secret compartment in the top of his hat and placed it in. Of course, why not? Sure, fine.
Yeah.
He thought to himself what it could be on it before shrugging. It's actually all porn of him. Then he heard someone run by. He turned quickly, only seeing darkness. A sigh escaped from the tired bear, somehow. Freddy turned and kept ignoring the shadows moving behind him. He had heard that 5 times by now, leading him to looking around. He swore he saw a purple version of himself as well.
What the fuck?
No, sorry, the purple Freddy is from... Shit, what the hell is purple Freddy from?
Night? Is that night supposed to be like a nightmare Freddy or some shit?
No, Purple Freddy was something else. Shadow Freddy. It might be Nightmare Freddy, yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. Purple Freddy was from FNAF 2. It was basically the Golden Freddy of FNAF 1 in terms of it showing up. First debuting in 2. Yep, due to an Easter egg and his crucial role in the series, he has an unknown origin. He looks like Golden Freddy, except he's purple. His colors are sickly dark green compared to Remnant Phantoms. He disappears and reappears. He only appears as an Easter egg, so effectively when he first appeared, it was like the Golden Freddy in the first game, where sometimes occasionally if you did certain actions, Golden Freddy would appear, and that's it.
The bear behind the slaughter.
Kill yourself now.
Bear behind the
Remove
slaughter.
yourself from existence, please, for the love of God.
Actually, Freddy Fazbear's was a propaganda attempt to detract from all of the murders that Smokey the Bear committed while preventing forest fires.
We did not talk about California and Smokey.
I just made that up.
Prevent forest fires by dying.
Yeah, only you can prevent forest fires by committing suicide.
Ah, yes, my favorite Darkwood sequel.
By accepting Canadian healthcare.
I honestly think that might have been a better joke. Fuck.
He grimaced when he saw drawing of the marionette, knowing that the life giver was not pleasant to cross, and even worse, to anger. Marionette. That name annoys him even after Puppeteer was scrapped along with the toys. Freddy didn't know why the toys were scrapped, though, feeling a deep sadness at the fear his younger brother had in his plastic eyes. That was all Freddy thought, before he heard the sound of feet slamming into tiled ground like a bull charging. He turned just in time for an axe blade to slam into his face. All he saw was the white glowing eyes that reminded him of Golden Freddy, and the grin reminding him of all... And the grin reminding him as all faded to black. What the fuck does that mean? The grin reminding him. What?
Of Golden Freddy, I'm guessing.
No, the eyes reminded him of Golden Freddy, comma, the grin reminding him as all faded to black.
It's supposed to be like the grim reminding him of, and then it just like cuts.
I guess.
Yeah, it's supposed to be like, oh,
Very
who
well
could it
edited.
possibly be? He knows who he is. But
Also,
no.
the dude is blatantly ripping off, who made that song? It was the Chop You to Pieces song. What the?
Living Tombstone.
Yeah, that was Living
Yeah.
Tombstone, right? Yeah, that was the Five Nights at Freddy's one Living Tombstone song.
Yeah, and how they also made that Overwatch one. Yeah, those things.
Yeah, where he takes the axe and starts. No, it's not the first one. Was it the third one then?
It's third. I hate that I know this. Why the fuck am I here?
You're here to tell us which Tombstone song.
Yeah.
I hate it.
That is your purpose.
Dance, monkey, dance.
Oh yes, Die in a Fire. Yeah, Die in the Fire actually was kind of like lit because it's just like this dude just taking an axe to all of the the animatronics, screaming how they should all die in a fire.
Song 1 and 4 are pretty good actually.
One's
3,
good, yeah.
Yeah. 4 was okay.
2 was fine.
I wasn't. The story of 3 is okay. I wasn't a fan of the style of the song itself, but the song is fine.
Okay, that's fair.
But the first one is the best.
I think the third one was fine, except it really outlived its chorus. Like its whole chorus was good, like the first couple of times, but then just like they kept doing it, and it's like, oh, okay, how many more times are we gonna play the chorus in this song?
Yeah, that's a problem with a few of his things. Anyway, have this. I have something very blessed to post here. Just give me a second.
Blessed or cursed?
Yes.
This goes entirely too hard. Fuck!
Why?
I hate it.
Why?
I did it again. Anyway, this is unironically good. I don't know why.
Frank sings FNAF? What? Frank Sinatra if he was a good singer, what?
What the fuck did you say, son?
What the fuck did you just fucking say to me?
What the fuck?
Okay.
Oh, it's a big band version of the song, I see. I mean, I get it.
It has no reason to be this good.
Oh yeah, it's actually surprisingly decent, yeah.
Big band stuff always has a good chance of being good, regardless of what the song is. Big band's always great.
I think the reason that big band stuff tends to sound good is because of the increased amount of like ambience that comes with it. Because like you have more like noise, I guess, basically going on, and that just makes it sound more passionate.
Yeah.
Also, there's the fact that modern music has all been simplified and dumbed the fuck down.
Yes, true. That is true. Yeah. I mean, honestly, look. Some of my favorite bands were like Flogging Molly with its like 15-person crew, and like Bruce Springsteen and his rotating like 10-person crew. So like, yeah, I tend to like bigger bands, sort of. Everyone's playing and contributing scenarios.
Yeah.
And no one can fault you for that.
So speaking of remixes that have no right being as good as they are, have you guys seen the Ed Sheeran Bad Habits but sung like Foo Fighters?
No, I don't like Ed Sheeran.
Holy shit! The dude did such a good job though. It absolutely sounds like a Foo Fighters song.
Like that, I'll look it up after the stream.
That same dude also, in my personal opinion, it's the only other good one of his. I don't really like the rest of his. He also did Eminem Rap God, but sung like Linkin Park.
No.
Also an amazing cover.
Is this Billy Cobb? Or is it another guy? Because Billy Cobb has a bunch of songs like that are really good.
It might be Billy Cobb, yeah. I don't know. I didn't like a lot of whoever posted it, I didn't like a lot of their songs. Um,
Huh. He didn't post any of the songs on his YouTube. It's just on his Spotify, I think.
no,
Weird.
definitely on his YouTube. I watched it on
No,
YouTube.
I mean the one I'm trying to look
Oh.
at.
There was
Like,
no
he-
noise of mechanical feet touching the floor, but to the owner of the no noise, it was natural.
Huh?
What is this author's nationality?
What the fuck?
Moron?
Moron. It looks like his nationality is United States public education system.
Unfortunate.
Wow. Disgusting. He uploaded it on YouTube Music, but not regular YouTube. Ow.
Yes, the life of certain purple rabbit. Oh god. Shadow Bonnie, here we go. Bonnie chuckled as he remembered when mechanics came to inspect his mechanics after 10th kid pointed it out, but when he was checked, mechanic were fine. The perks of being entwined with the supernatural, really. Then he frowned, remembering what he was doing. Rabbit animatronic had grown concerned when his leader didn't come back from his walk earlier that night. And after seeing both of his other friends showing concern, he decided to float to his best friend. He was starting to get more concerned, but his resolve would not let him go without Freddy. What? Yes, he could have teleported, but he couldn't find him. That made him question it to the point of walking to Freddy's last known location. When he did find where Freddy went, his eyes widened. There, right in front of him, was destroyed Freddy. His hands shook, remembering different time. He sighed, slightly saddened, and upon hearing someone running behind him, he turned, looking up just in time for an axe to go through his purple-furred belly.
Oh god. Okay.
I feel like I've seen the same strategy.
What?
Where they just kill people, hide, wait for someone to come with the body, and then kill them.
Yeah,
it's
you're
called
probably
Dead by-
thinking of
it's
Tarkov.
called,
It's the
I've seen
Tarkov
it a bit
strategy.
everywhere. I've seen it a bit everywhere.
It's also, I was going to say the Trouble in Terrorist Town strategy.
That too.
Okay, this just reminded me. None of you, I don't think any of you use Twitter. About a month ago, there was a sudden fucking surge of random videos of people getting killed by random people using axes on the middle of the street or in the store, just randomly.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like a month ago.
Yeah, I remember that.
5 videos in a week of people just
Yeah, I remember.
randomly getting killed by people using axes in the middle of the street.
Yeah, I remember that.
Some crazy fucker, I think it was in Florida,
Yeah,
just walked into
MK
a-
Ultra activated. Yeah, what's up?
Yeah.
I've only seen the one. I don't remember more coming out, but
The axe was ripped out of him, causing him to stumble. Oil and other things started to stain the area. Bonnie coughed up
things?
more oil and unnatural goo before oddly colored man who grinned. Man swung axe again, slamming it in between his torso. Yes, using an axe on a fucking ghost robot. This absolutely can work and it will totally bleed out the robot.
It's a blast axe.
Yeah, sorry, you're right. It's a blessed axe of turning. My bad. Nobody could say
Unfortunately, it
that
was
only
blessed by
girl
Aqua.
in Fazbear Gang wasn't mother hen to her friends, but then again, that'd be racist and incorrect as well, because she's a duck, right?
Yeah, true.
Or is she a chicken or a duck? I don't fucking remember.
Who?
Who cares?
Chica.
Chica. She's a
I
chicken.
don't fucking know. Fuck, it's fucking stupid. God damn.
She had witnessed everything. God, that was such a line. I was the first one. I witnessed everything. That
She was witness to the first sin.
that literally made Matt Pat like cream his pants.
Yeah.
The woman behind the slaughter, or the animatronic behind the slaughter. I don't fucking know.
The murder, the marionette's resurrection, the bite of 87. Chica had seen it all. Even in her withered state, she has seen it, and it made her angry. Concerned groan from her cupcake. Carl made her blink before nodding. She gurgled to herself, causing Carl to raise an eyebrow. The cupcake had remembered seeing his mother look after a broken fox and dismissed child animatronic before scrapping. How BB accepted his fate and asked Chica for forgiveness. Cupcake?
I
What?
forgot the
What the
cupcake was
fuck is
sentient.
that?
I forgot there was a child in the cupcake.
It's the
Why
bite of
is
it.
there a child in the cupcake?
Yes, the cupcake is also an animatronic.
Hello, I'd like to claim insanity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can you claim insanity for someone else?
You
Yes.
can try.
The thoughts of her old friends faded when she looked at her shocked cupcake. When she looked in same direction, she saw destroyed remains of Freddy and Bonnie. Her eyes widened as she looked into darkness before shyly walking into the darkness. Her cupcake was shaking as it looked around. She never heard two different people warning her as she ended up meeting same fate as her best friends. It all went black as familiar boots stepped into view. Foxy wasn't brightest of the group. He was able to set water on fire, leading him to be banned from kitchen. And then there was the bite of 87. His jaw ached at the reminder, the thought of light brown plastic trying to stop him from attacking child. In his defense, he apologized for the bite of 83. It wasn't like
The bite of
Fredbear,
83 though.
and he didn't blame the big guy. It was his programming to bite things, after all. And though he did wonder how it happened, he remembered overhearing a safety feature, and the blue eyes
Wait,
widening in
wait.
horror.
Average pitbull owner.
Mm.
It wasn't his fault. He's a good boy.
He was programmed
He's
to
a
bite.
good
Any
too.
dog
boy.
can turn.
Can do nothing.
Any dog can turn, don't you know?
Yes.
Mm.
Despite making up only 16% of the pit bull population, they make up
Sneaky, please
80.
Shut the fuck up, please.
No, but actually, they actually make up
Yeah.
like 80% of the attacks on children.
Yep. Kind of weird, huh?
It's almost like breeding a dog breed to be aggressive and to attack things will have long-term
No.
consequences.
But let's look at the owner demographics.
Hmm.
Jamie, bring up those demographics.
Now hold on.
I'm
Now
gone.
we have
I
to
shut down.
we have to isolate those statistics and we have to contain them in the quarantine zone. I'm sorry,
Yes.
Yo, Jamie, pull up those.
Jamie. I don't believe this. Pull up the statistics. Yeah. Just play them right there. Put them right up there.
Wait, who just left? Who just noped out of that?
It's
No,
kidding.
Kidding. Yeah.
He said he had shit to do, so
Uh,
it's normal.
Toddlers these days, he was more concerned about where the thing was taking him and why it reeked of
And how
destruction.
good they taste.
Foxy and Shadow Freddy stopped at the end of the corridor of the dismantled parts of Freddy, Bonnie, Chica, making red animatronic eye patch flip up in horror. He noticed destroyed mechanics of Carl, the cupcake, and breathed a sigh of relief. Fuck that thing, it scared him.
this.
POV, you're a baby in the pitbull sauce.
Uh-oh. I just
What
think of,
game is
fucking,
that?
looks
Stalker.
like Stalker, yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say that looks like Stalker, but
This reminds me of Uber Dangerous part in Max Source Elden Ring videos. With what's the dog guy?
oh
Clyde.
yeah.
I am the pitbull of the woods.
Do you know of any nearby orphanages?
No.
Over there, there is a well. In it, you will find the tastiest children. God.
I gotta rewatch that.
After all,
Yeah,
you
it's
are what
so-
you eat, and I'm a child at heart. I think I may have chosen the wrong voice actor.
Yeah.
Oh, that was fucking great.
Iron Mouse, though, that was a something.
As Kenneth.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hail Satan!
God.
Oh, God. You are what you eat, and I'm a child at heart.
What can I say, Radin?
Oh, God. I think I've
We were
picked the
supposed
wrong
to get
one.
another Maxor video this week, but his shit got rocked.
Yeah, his shit. God continues to smite him.
Yes, every single time. It's
Yeah.
impressive. First, his pipes burst, and then the queen dies. Those are her phylactery. Then it happens again. Then what the fuck happened with the Yolter kill video? Both were delayed. What the fuck?
I think
was
his
he
hard
doing?
drive died.
Yes.
Yeah.
And now he has to change computers.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Captain Bonnie Chica, he cried the shocked pirate robot before he heard the footsteps. He turned quickly around, blocking an axe from hitting him with his hook as he observed the attacker. It was a man, wearing discontinued purple security guard outfit. His skin was sickly purple, his eyes were dulled white. Slowly.
Oh, is this one of those fucking, like...
It's the man behind the slaughter!
Yes.
Unironically this time.
Oh, well, it is not actually the man behind the slaughter.
This is
It is
Michael,
the
right?
son
This
of
is
the man
Michael.
behind the
Yes.
slaughter.
This is the good man behind the slaughter.
Good ending achieved.
The man behind the good slaughter.
He only kills dead children.
He's like Santa Claus.
Wait! Hold up, rewind!
Am I wrong?
What?
Am I wrong?
I'm sorry, he only kills the dead children, just like Santa Claus.
Yeah.
True and real.
What?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, what did your parents tell you as a child?
The truth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Santa Claus is coming to town. Santa Claus is coming to town.
Everyone knows
Santa
that
Claus
Santa's
is
just a really
coming
fucking
to
angry
town.
dwarf.
God, amazing.
He's bringing his 4-gauge.
4 gauge.
Yeah.
Only a 4 gauge. He has a 2 gauge.
KS23.
Check the Discord.
Oh no.
Oh,
Santa
Santa
God.
Claus has detected you
Don't
in the
say
North
that.
Pole.
Oh.
You have
He
been
brings the Flammenwerfer. He brings the Flammenwerfer.
He freaks the Flammenwerfer. Shut the fuck up.
Oh, God. I'm sorry. All I can imagine now is the Boomba being released, and all it plays is Mariah Carey's "All I Want for Christmas."
Yes.
So it's both a bomb and psychological warfare. Because you want to run at it to shut it up, but by the time you get there, you're like, there is a claymore on the
Hmm.
See, that's why you had to bring a diffuser.
You just defuse the claymore.
You don't... Do you not buy a diffuser?
No. You see, I find murder to be far more effective than defusing bombs.
Excellent. Detonate them.
Oh, God. The Bouncing Betty was great in Battlefield Vietnam. Oh, man. Good times.
Tell you.
A large, wide grin grew after Foxy dropped. His head caved in. Ha 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 ha. Laughed the man. He did it. He killed them. He had to, but he had to worry.
He had done the slaughter.
He was the man behind the slaughter now. Did the 5 he killed before get back to him? He only counted 4. He wasn't counting that cupcake. He shrugged, not caring at the moment before his grin fell. He noticed that Shadow Freddy entity hadn't faded away, which confused him. Usually the hallucinations would disappear after the other 3, but not with the fox. So what made Foxy special? Behind his spirit emerged at the same time. Shadow Freddy disappeared from his eyes. Save them! The purple man turned in surprise to see a ghost walking limply towards him. The ghost was pure white with black tear stains coming down from both eyes. What made him more scared, the fact that the other 4 ghosts appeared. Okay, so wait. He is turning Michael Afton into Springtrap now?
That's apparently what happened in the game.
No.
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 It's not.
Oh, it's not?
No.
No, that was his father.
His father, William, in the game, destroyed all of the animatronics, but he didn't do it with an axe, he did it with his hands. And he used the purple Freddy to lure them all out. I don't know how, but he did. And then when he destroys all the animatronics, he gets scared by the ghosts and runs into the spring trap and then dies, which causes spring lock, yeah.
Who just left?
I don't know. Atin, yeah.
I'm honestly gonna leave too.
Blah blah blah. They chanted the words he had heard, help them, save them, help him, before the lead ghost limped forward, making the purple-clad man trip away to get away. You can't. He was off, running from the ghost that chased him. Empty spring lock suit. Let me out, floor ghost developing a golden glow. Shadow Freddy having been reappeared with Black Rabbit frown as the purple man drew his last breath. Meanwhile, in a red forest, a gold light shone, and lone body was found there. Top hat and microphone. Deep groan of pain. Got up. Black tuxedo. Brown bear ears on his head. He grabbed the top hat before picking up. Limping Lake.
Oh God!
They made him a fucking faunus.
No,
yeah, all of the
even
animatronics
worse.
are faunus.
All of the animatronic children isekai'd into Ruby as adults.
Most
Also,
coherent.
I told you it was the man behind the slaughter. It was not his son.
Okay, but no, but the thing is, though, is that, yes, that was the man behind the slaughter. The thing is, though, is the guy was using the music video, and the music video was talking about Michael Afton, and the, because Michael Afton was the one that used the axe in the music video, and Michael Afton was the one that was purple. Purple guy wasn't actually purple. Purple guy was purple because he had a purple uniform on. Yeah.
But yeah, so basically, the author fucked up.
Yeah.
He fucked up.
Also, Carl is coming back as well. Oh God.
Who again?
The cupcake.
For fuck's sake.
The cupcake got isekai'd.
Bro.
What the fuck is he even gonna be? A fat guy?
Or Shota.
Oh no.
It had been a couple of years since Freddy was on Remnant, and he found Bonnie, Chica, and Foxy, and they all learned about.
Keep going. Why are you still going? This is the next chapter.
Yes, I know, it's great. Along with learning about
end of Ruby Rose.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Huh?
He found Bonnie, Chica, and Foxy, and they learned about their semblances, and they made their weapons, and they became a gang.
What?
And they were accepted at the Beacon by a scruffy man named Crow, who witnessed them take on an elder elite Grimm. And it raised questions when the wolf talked to them, and then Freddy looked at his friends, and then really looked at his friends. So it's been several years, and Freddy actually never looked at his friends, but now that the narrative is going on, Freddy's like, actually, you know what? I've never looked at my friends before. I'm gonna go look at them now. Yes, they are all OCs. They all have. You know what's gonna make you hurt even more?
And they are so good at fighting in the.
You know what's gonna make you hurt even more?
No.
Yeah.
Please don't.
They all have human sonas.
Music to my ears. Music to my ears.
Oh God.
Sneaky, I am subscribed. I literally just gave you money.
Yes.
I veto this.
Yeah, you veto this?
Please.
Yeah.
You're gonna make it worse.
Anything is better.
Alright,
You're gonna make
Anything
it
time
is
to
better.
make it worse. Oh,
Sneaky,
yeah.
this reminds me of my childhood.
Thomas the
Nothing can
Tank
make it
Engine in
worse.
Five Nights at Freddy's.
Yeah.
Let's go. Angry Irish Railway fan 82.
When the world is this the bomb of 82?
Is this the bomb of 35?
The bomb of Belfast.
Bomb
This is-
Londonderry ain't got shit. Good God.
You know, as great with big air quotes there as this has been,
Yeah.
I think I am
Yeah.
going now. We've
But
already
hold
got
on,
15 minutes past.
but you haven't heard this new story yet by the angry Irish railway fan.
Oh gosh. Yeah, no, I'm out.
Welcome
I'm
to the
sorry, no,
wacky
sorry.
mishmash
600
world of
words, it's
crossovers
fine.
and headcanons. In these tales, you will reference my fictional characters in Thomas and Friends, FNAF, Transformers, and more stories. Copyright belongs to all owners.
Bro.
The FNAF nightmares have taken an interest in Luigi and have now inhabited his mansion, and he has to defeat the nightmares or die by their claws.
Oh my God.
Okay, that is pretty funny.
Active schizophrenia.
Metallic
This
Heart.
vacuum sucks the fucking children out of the animatronics.
Yeah.
Sets them free.
Metallic Heart. Summer was going great for Hermione. No adventures or magical mishaps or trip to the hospital wing. Only books, sun, and silence. And that was until she got locked into an abandoned pizzeria in America. What happens when she's confronted by the not-so-homely inhabitants? Hermione times Fleur? Wait, what?
What?
The fuck?
Also, what does she do when confronted by a soul creature? Avada Kedavra.
You know what? That would actually be kind of funny. Fucking animatronics that are haunted come running at Harry. He's just like, oh shit, fuck this shit.
They're not human. I can do this.
Yeah.
I am legally allowed to defend myself.
Fucking America.
America, fuck yeah.
Oh yeah,
God
found it. Vanessa farting stinky poop brap. Yep.
God damn.
You
God.
physically hurt, aren't
Yeah.
I know. The Bite of 87.
What? Bite of 87?
Friday night Freddy. Friday Night Freddy.
Oh my God.
This is a fucking.
It's a FNAF Cuphead crossover.
Okay, I thought it was a FNAF fun crossover.
No. Oh god. Michael Afton, after killing his father in the murderous death trap, should be dead. Instead, he isekais into the Young Justice universe, and who knows what will happen to him now.
Bro.
No, cool for a scare. Toho Project, Five Nights at
No,
Freddy's.
Not
The
like this.
Toho characters come to Five Nights at Freddy's and it makes them
Not
gassy.
Like this. Not like this.
Torture me.
Not
It is now
like
time to
this.
torture Aaron. How
I'm
the
going to
tables have
disconnect
turned.
you both. Oh, God.
Evangelion
Banned.
Five Nights at Freddy's crossover.
No.
Oh.
Oh god. Scooby Doo
Your coup attempt
FNAF,
was
the
not
murder of
successful.
85. Paw Patrol takes place in Five Nights at Freddy's. When Chase, the Paw Patrolist, got his job as the new security guard at the pizzeria, he walks into hell.
What?
Sorry, the Animatrons, the Animatrons come to life and hunt him down. Can he survive 5 nights and discover what happened? Oh god. Have you ever seen the clip of Paw Patrol going hard?
No.
Holy shit! I gotta pull this. Jamie, pull this up.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about.
Damn it!
It
There's
was
too
the
many Paw
fucking-
Patrol. Oh yeah, here we go.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Oh god. This physically hurts to look at. Okay, much better. This is a YouTube short, I think.
Yeah.
This is not the correct video, Sneaky.
Oh, it's not. No, it's not the correct video, but still, it's like, what the fuck is going on? Yeah, post the correct one. Yeah, it's just like this dude's got a bomb and like this skyscraper, and he's just like, oh, I'm just gonna jump this whole thing. It's like, what the fuck? Yes, there we go. The motorcycle movie chase scene. Yeah.
You can count the fucking pixels on the screen.
Yeah, it's just like, wait, what?
Yeah, I'm not gonna watch Paw Patrol. I'm good.
Have you ever watched it before?
Unfortunately, I have parts of episodes because of my niece.
Yeah, I think you mentioned saying that before. Yeah, it's just like, why the fuck is it going this hard? It's like, yo, what the hell? What's going on here? Hey, it just gets a dude. That's straight up just out of Batman. That is straight up just out of Batman.
I mean, understandable. Why reinvent the wheel, right? Or the vehicle in this case.
The wheels become magnetic and just start scaling the building. It's like, whoa, what the fuck is going on? Yo, what? He's like dodging debris left and right. It's like, what the hell is this, a Dead Space game now?
Perhaps.
Oh god. Yeah, that's just wild. Wreck-It Ralph, Five Nights at Freddy's, no.
Instantly.
Beware the Silver Eyes, a Ruby story. With the new restaurants opening up across the Four Kingdoms, Summer Rose and Tai Yang take Yang and Ruby and their adopted daughter of their murdered best friend. Who? Charlie. Charlie.
Chaplin?
Charlie. No. Charlie from FNAF. I forget who's Charlie from FNAF, but they're important.
Oh, the fucking kid from Pizzaplex game.
That was the Pizzaplex game? Okay.
The Super Pissplex.
So yeah. No, the before Security Breach. Yang, Charlie, and Ruby make friends unaware of the tragedies about to be repeated from another world. Okay, so the plot of this story is that Five Nights at Freddy's happens, and then in Ruby, the Five Nights at Freddy's facilities get built for more Man Behind the Slaughter.
What?
And Yang, Ruby, and Charlie get stuffed into more animatronics.
God, I fucking hate FNAF.
Oh god.
It's honestly impressive how dog shit it managed to be.
It really is. It really is.
It really isn't. Like 99% of it is absolute garbage, and then there's a fucking ending monologue that we already talked about. It's like that single scene proves that Scott Cawthon can do something good if he tries, but he has not for a long time.
And Henry, I know you can hear and William, I know you can hear this. There's a special place in hell waiting just for you. It's like, Jesus Christ. Why are all these games that have no reason to go this hard going this hard? Five Nights at Freddy's Loud House. And with that, we're gonna end it here.
Why the fuck is there so much Loud House?
I don't know. I don't know why it's popular. Look, it is literally just California Art Studio Saved by the Bell. That's all it is.
I do not know what Saved by the Bell is.
Saved by the Bell is a really old show. Don't worry about it. It's live action.
Oh god. Ancient.
Or Full House. Full House is another potential inspiration for Loud House.
89, holy shit.
Yes, they're both very old shows featuring fairly large family casts, doing family things. Yeah, it's like I said, Loud House is basically just the modern Cal Arts interpretation of those shows.
I only know of Full House because they made a remake that everyone hated called The Fuller House.
Yes, yeah.
Full House. Fuller House consequences.
But are we ever gonna get Fullest House maximum life consequences?
No.
No, if Netflix has anything to do about it.
Yeah.
As it slowly, painfully crawls to its death.
Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to end it here. So, to anyone that made it this far, God bless. You need help.
For your liver survival, yeah.
What is the group's opinion of Owl House? Oh, group's opinion of Owl House is easy. It's pedophilic garbage. Get the fuck out of here. Like come on. Like, do you really have
Sounds
that?
right.
No idea what that is, but I'm gonna agree with Sneaky.
Owl House is made by the same group of people that made Steven Universe and a couple of other really weird fucking shows. And like the animation head turned out to be like some weird fucking pedo groomer. And you know, there's really weird shit going on in the TV show where it's like 10-year-olds like coming out as trans and queer and gay, and then they don't have sex obviously because it's a children's TV show. But you know, there's a lot of fade to black shit going on.
Why surprise?
It's just weird. There's a lot of weird shit going on, and it's kind of just like, this is weird. Why this is so weird? Why are you making it weird?
Then there's the one with the gyms, or Big Mouth, or a dozen others that are just as fucking weird. I mean, even Japan gets weird with the lolly shit they put out. No, at least they're fucking blatant about it.
Big Mouth was started towards children.
Yes.
I think the difference here between Western and Eastern culture is that Eastern culture has always placed somewhat of a cultural attraction towards the younger ages.
That's the way it's been for years, yes.
Yeah, so it's more how to phrase this best.
We expect it from them.
It's not even expected from them. It's more harmless. It's sort of like it's proliferated so much that when Japan does it, you're not like, okay, they're actively sexualizing the child. It's kind of just like passive, accidental.
It's just Japan.
Yeah, it's just Japan being Japan if something happens. You know, they make some weird, creepy shit, and it's kind of just like, well, I can't get mad at them. They've been doing this shit since literally before the Americans even met them. So, you know, it's been going on for quite a long time, and so it's more ingrained in the culture at this point. But you know it, whenever in Western culture, when this shit happens, they are blatantly doing it. They are doing it on purpose for the sole purpose of sexualizing children.
Oh, absolutely, 100%.
Yeah, that's the difference between Western and Eastern. When Japan does it, it's like, okay, yeah, well, you know, it's oh wow, shocker, Japan has lolly character. Along with like
in Japan as usual.
Yeah, 99% of their content. Wow, shocking. When they do it in the West, it's always on purpose. It's always intentional. There's never a question ever if they accidentally did some lolly shit. No, it's 100% intentional. It's 100% sexual. Like Steven Universe, they said the gems fusing was sex. That is the creator's exact words, and the creator then went on to say gems can unconsensually fuse.
Well, we used to have broadcast standards about shit where you couldn't do shit like that. Not in the West, I mean.
Yeah, I know. But broadcast standards are transphobic.
Homophobic.
Yeah, it's always
Anti-Semitic,
very weird. It's always very weird when it comes to that stuff because it's always like you say something like, "Man, I really hate the elite that are controlling our media," and then someone turns to you and says that's anti-Semitic, and you're like, "Wait, I never said the Jews. Why are you jumping to the Jews? Like, what? Hold on a second here. I said the rich elite, and you jumped to Jew." You know, if
a whistle for Jews.
yeah, so it's one of those scenarios where it's just like I said this thing, and you're instantly jumping to why are you homophobic, and it's like, hold on, I never mentioned gay people in my statement.
You mentioned pedophiles, and it's instantly that's homophobic.
Yeah,
or that's transphobic.
Yeah, so it's kind of just like, oh, hold on, this is a bit of a self-report going on. Like, it's the same thing with the whole orc stuff. It's like, okay, orcs are bad, they're evil and shit. Why are you talking about black people like that? It's like, hold the fuck up. What? How did you get there? No one said black people. No, at no point in time has no one ever said, oh man, orcs, black people.
When you're in a racism competition and your enemy is a liberal white woman.
Right, yeah. Yeah, you always lose. Just like the dog.
Oh god.
Yeah, so
Sneaky.
So
if you ask the dog, he's probably winning.
Look, see, the thing is though, is that no, Twitch is never gonna make it to this far, and they're gonna. I use the rest of my stream as a massive buffer. No one's ever gonna get to the spicy opinions at the end. No one is. I'm sorry. No one's gonna get there.
Meanwhile, listening to this.
Not even the AI is gonna get there. Okay. The AI is tuned out about an hour ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, but no, really, we'll see you guys all on Tuesday, all usual times, because there is always more, and it always gets worse.